All right. Yep.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
Man, it's kind of eerie when it works smooth especially after a show like last week.
Yeah. For those that are not aware, first of all, what are you doing not spending all of your time watching this podcast?
Losers.
Yeah, we had trouble. YouTube wouldn't let us stream last week.
The cockblockers.
So, yep. So we had to do it on Vaughn and then upload it later. So sorry about that. But it does seem to be working fine this week. So I have a lot to get through. So we'll just make it as quick as possible. First of all, big salute to the goddamn army. We love you guys. To all our patrons, we really do appreciate it. If you're not a patron, patreon.com/goddamn. The rewards are awesome. Do check it out. You'll find something that works for you. We, of course, have the Streamlabs open, right, Drew?
Of course.
Of course. So tonight we kind of have a... yeah, go ahead. Get that going.
I'm clicking. I'm getting the music player up for break.
Sure.
Jesus.
But I have something a little bit special tonight for the Super Chat and Streamlabs.
All funds go to me this time?
No,
my
not
God, that's
at
so
all.
sweet, you guys.
I actually have, anytime that you leave a Super Chat or a Streamlabs tonight, you also have the option to name my new piece. I don't know if you can see how badass that thing is.
I got high just looking at it.
Can you see the... It's like...
it's got like a defense mechanism for when someone tries to snatch it from you.
I guess. It just was too badass not to pick up.
Looks
And
nice.
you can see all the spikes coming off it, and it's like Halloween colored themed.
It looks like something like the dudes from Striper in the 80s. Like if they actually smoked pot and weren't all about Jesus, it looks like a pipe that they would have.
You can see
For anyone who doesn't get that reference, I'm going to pull up a picture of Striper.
Yeah, it's Striper. For anybody that doesn't miss Striper, Anyway, so you get an idea of what it looks like. And along with each Super Chat and Streamlabs, we prefer Streamlabs, I'm going to break this thing in. So the first person to leave a Streamlabs and give me a suggestion for a name for this thing is going to see me take the very first hit out of it.
That's the name right there, Striper.
That's Jesus.
God.
Oh, don't leave it up too long. They're going to Photoshop the shit out of it.
Oh no! It's too late. Dark matter.
Dude, I cannot handle that much hair on the screen at the same time.
It's just triggering.
It's usually a very bald one.
Dark matter. Do you know anything about this band?
Aren't they supposed to be like some kind of Christian group?
They were like a Christian hair band in the 80s. They used to throw out Bibles to people in the audience because that was so
Isn't
cool.
that kind of dangerous?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was soft Bibles, but like at the same time, Wasp is throwing out like buckets of blood and like raw meat and shit. They were like Jesus, and they would like throw up. Yeah.
Look at the guy, the third guy from like on the right hand side. The second guy in the center, the dark haired guy. He looks like a young.
You could have just said silver pants, by the way.
Silver pants, whatever.
Fine.
I'm not looking at the guy's pants. Okay, you perv.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
He looks like who is that? A young version of that politician. That absolute douche nozzle.
Ted Cruz.
Narrow it down. I see some. Ted Cruz.
I can see. I see the Ted Cruz, and he's standing next to what looks like Goldie Hawn pre-operation. Like what? Wait. Maybe it's Heather Locklear. Like that
Yeah.
dude if you put your hand over the bottom, like cover everything else but the face, and it's like chick all day.
Yeah.
Chick
Oh,
all
God.
day.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
I'm having
I
those
just
strange
now
feelings again that I don't want. I'm gonna put that down.
Those strange.
I just now became a Christian.
Is that what did it for you?
No, it was Peachy's comment that did it for me. She says I am again out of commission for photoshopping.
Oh.
So I mean,
Lucky.
come on, that's not just
day.
a coincidence.
All right,
no,
you know what that
no,
means, everybody else. You got to pick up the slack.
No,
Yes.
what that means is that God is finally on my side. You can't chalk it up to coincidence, you
Wait.
atheists. It's a 1,000,000 to 1 chance. You can't keep winning the lottery over and over again. Yeah.
Oh
see,
my
We
God,
weren't the
there's
only
an
ones.
actual.
Yeah, that was one of the pictures that's on there. We weren't the only ones.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, it's hilarious. They're probably. I want to see like how many fan sites connect him to like this dude from this obscure band, plus the Zodiac Killer.
Were they trying to be like Kiss, but instead of face makeup, they wore different kinds of stripes?
Oh, that's.
Oh no!
Apparently, there's like all kinds of fan theories. The internet is convinced Ted Cruz is Striper lead singer.
I'm sure Ted Cruz is absolutely frizzled about this. He's just pulling his hair out over this
Oh, my
connection.
God.
All right, before we get too sidetracked, tonight's magic phrase should be easy to slip in there. Bald and confused.
Yeah,
All right.
that one will be easy to work in.
Bald and confused. So
I like it.
I'm not. I
Now.
can't relate to things that are easy to slip in. Sorry.
it says like the worst pun teller ever. Oh, and by the way, we have won people over. JJ was one. Recently said she was indifferent to puns, and then Dark Matter and I had won her over,
Oh God.
and now she appreciates them. So it's working, Dark Matter, one person at a time.
You know, the Renaissance didn't happen overnight.
You know, neither did you going bald.
Neither,
Oh yeah, I kind of did.
I was about to say neither did the fucking Black Plague. So
Yeah,
stop.
all right. All right, so let's start off with our now that we've got all that shit out of the way. By the way, we have not done our first patron show of the month yet. We will send it. We'll decide on a day, send out a message. If you're not a patron yet, you can still jump in there and catch that one live.
Wait. I thought we were only doing one this month.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. But you said we haven't done the first, so I was making sure.
There's not a second this month.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I don't want to.
We're probably going to do. What we usually do is do like at least an extra half hour of content in order to not when we're down to one patron show, in order to not punish the people who have been loyal to us, we do a little bit of extra. So we'll do that, but we were beneath our goal. Hopefully, we're above our goal for next month, and we can get back to doing 2 patron shows a month.
Yeah, just making sure that we weren't going to have to squeeze two in
we're
like a half of the
no,
month.
no, yeah, oh no, that's something Dark Matter would do.
Yeah.
Squeezing 2 in. So we have this.
I only have one. How am I going to squeeze 2?
What? Testicles. We're talking about testicles. You only have one
Wow.
testicle, Dark Matter?
That's sad.
Huh. Maybe we can go to a bar and bet people that, like, between the two
You
of us,
put your you don't
3 nuts, you know?
you don't put your testicle in. Did you ever attend sex ed, or did you ditch all those days, or?
No. I go balls deep, sir.
But we've just been doing it wrong this whole time, TJ.
Anyway, now, before we get sidetracked any further, and we've got all this shit out of the way, by the way, I'm looking forward to the name suggestions and breaking in my new piece. By the way, I've got it. It's ready to go. I'm waiting for that first person to help me. I've had this thing for... I had it last...
flavored tobacco?
Yeah, it's nicely flavored tobacco.
Okay, I just want to make
that's
sure
that's what these are made for. You have to agree to that before you buy these. All right, that they're meant for tobacco, and obviously nobody would lie about that. So I'm not going to break the trend of not lying about what these are used for.
Imagine living in a world where we don't have to lie about what kind of plant we're burning.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'd be
but,
nice.
But hey, we have lots of Imagine a World stuff coming up. I sent Drew quite a bit of that, and we'll be playing lots of it. But before we get to that, I want to update everybody on our scam segment, the scammer email segment. This is fucking wonderful. So Angry Pumpkin has taken it upon himself to pretty much like write out, and he's a wonderful writer if you don't know. So to write out these responses. So in case you missed last episode, I'm going to catch you up real quick with the initial scam email that I received. Subject, dear child. Oh, this is from Catherine Affred. Subject, dear child of God. Dear child of God, greetings. I am Mrs. Affred, a widow to late Mr. Affred. I am 65 years old, suffering from pancreatic cancer. My condition is really bad, and it is quite obvious that I won't live more than 3 months, according to my doctors. So the point here is we're going to try and drag this on for more than 3 months, obviously, because she's going to have to have deteriorated very badly by that point. I know this sounds terrible, but keep in mind it's just a scam. I'm willing to donate the sum of 6,500,000 euros out through you in other to help the poor widows and the less privileged ones in the rural areas and to carry out other charitable works. I will details you more about this project once I hear from you. I wait for your urgent reply to proceed. Best regards, Mrs. Catherine Afford. So, Angry Pumpkin wrote up this reply, and it goes like this. It says, Catherine, it's so good to hear from you after so long. I can't believe what happened to Mr. Afford. How did he die? How is Susan taking the news? It's breaking my heart to hear about your pancreatic cancer, though I knew that taking the devil's lettuce would get to you eventually. As for me, as for the sum of money you are talking about, I hope you have no problems converting that money into American dollars. There shouldn't be any fees to do it, as the money should be put to great use helping the local farmers here. I pray your doctors are wrong with their diagnosis. I will be praying for you. Go with God. Sincerely yours, TJ. All right.
Wait, I don't understand that, because if it's Angry that wrote it, you should have been like, I told you that the devil's lettuce would bring us to the...
No.
It breaks me heart to hear that your pancreatic cancer is getting to you now.
Did you find that? Did you find that sum of money at the end of a rainbow by chance?
Did you lose it like a packet of soup?
We were gonna buy some potatoes. Would you mind if I bought some potatoes with it?
Anyway,
we can do this all day.
No, yeah, all day. So I get a reply, of course. And Drew, you want to pull up the picture of Miss Catherine? This is the picture that comes along with this response. Dearest in Christ.
Did you by any chance do a reverse image search on that?
Oh, I'm sure that it's stolen.
That's actually, but that's actually still a really good idea.
Yeah. Oh, sure. But I'm at the same time, when it comes back as stolen, I'm surprised I will be not.
No, I would just love to see what it's from.
Sure. Somebody reverse image search this or whatever. Anyway, so it says, Dearest in Christ, thanks for your kindly mail and your pity concerning my situation. I'm writing from the hospital bed. I must say a very big thank you to you for your urgent reply. By the way, it took us like a week to reply to my mail. I want you to know that your mail have brought life and smile to my face, and I must say I am happy as I have entered a right hand who will manage my money well and use it to do the work of God. Please, I am sorry for been little beat late in replying your mail is due my condition. Here is getting me worried and the pain is too much for me. My dearest, I thank you so much for your concern, and I will also like to let you know that God will mightily bless you in Jesus' name, amen.
They were sweating when they typed that out. They're like, oh my God, we got one. We got one.
The attachment is me and the doctor here in the hospital. Dear brother, I believe the bank will convert the money to US dollar before transferring it to you for sure. My dear,
600 million fucking euro.
My dear, I will not stop in thanking you for hearing the cry of the less privileged, and I am assuring you that you will not regret any help or time you spent in the less privileged in society. My dear, please, God, this my dear shit. My dear, please, I want you to keep this my contact with you very confidential till the bank transfer the money into your account. Why is because a lot of evil people in the world today, sacking whom they will destroy. You know this is the hard earning money for me and my husband get, and I do not want anything to happen to the fund till you use it to do what you want to do. Finally, please, I would like you to send the following: your full name, full names, it says, your full names, age, marital status, contact address, telephone number, occupation, sex, country, and then it says, I want you to know that this fund is 100% risk-free, so don't have a double mind, because I may say that contacting you is God direction. This is such broken English. I will be looking forward to hear from you soon, so I will forward you my banking information and also send you the contact details of the bank that you will contact to realize the money, carry out my wish, and also for your contact my bank on my behalf. Please, dear, pray for me every day so that my pains will be erased. In my next... How do you erase pain? Anyway, in my next mail, I will send you all information you will need to get this money transferred to your account. Thanks, and God bless you and your family. Your sister in Christ, Miss Catherine Afford.
All right, hold on. There's two things here. One is they're telling me Streamlabs is not working because they're trying to send Streamlabs, but it is up. I have it up right here.
Maybe redo it.
Well, let me send a test or something.
Yeah.
Test donation.
God damn!
This is A test donation folder.
Okay, yeah, it's up and it's working. Okay, the second thing was for this picture. Do you know what an image search is?
Reverse image search, yeah.
Like you right click on it and search Google for the image or whatever. Because I would be like super curious. Someone says they did it in the chat, but I thought you had to have like the original picture or something.
Well, I sent it in the goddamn chat.
Okay, I think it was Torva. What was
the goddamn crew.
It came up as something, the David something scam is what it came up as.
It sounds pretty accurate. Anyway, so now that we've got
too bright,
that entirely like freaking drawn out reply, I can now give you our latest reply because we're one step ahead of the game. All right. So, and nobody has seen the image that we're attaching with this, and don't show it yet, Drew. I'm wait till the very end here. So the reply Angry Pumpkin came up with is, Dearest Catherine, it saddens me to hear that you have been feeling so terribly unwell as of late, but brings a smile to my face to see you well enough to send me messages. Knowing my messages bring you any comfort at all in these dark days brings me an unfathomable joy. Don't worry about replying late to my messages. Your care must come first and foremost, and if the pain becomes too much, feel free to drink deep of the well of Christ and tap some of the God-given gift that is morphine. I am also greatly relieved to hear the money can be converted into dollars, as the local farmers here have become more and more desperate with each police raid on their growing operations. But enough about that. Have no fear about me keeping all of this our little secret. Nobody will ever find out about it. Not until the money rests in their bank accounts along with a prayer for salvation from myself. It does worry me that your condition has deteriorated so much that you cannot remember my contact information after all the long years of conversation we have shared in our short lives. I'm glad that I'm glad that it's perfectly safe for you to be sending me this money, and I too believe it is God's direction for you to bring me this money, that I might benefit those in most dire need of it. I shall pray for you every day and hope that God grants you that clarity and wisdom to remember those close to you even in your darkest times. While I would want to give you all that information, my young granddaughter Lucy, you remember little Lucy, how she has grown. But little Lucy has told me that I shouldn't be sending my information along the internet postal routes in case it gets lost or stolen. But if you truly can't remember who I am, I've enclosed a picture of myself to remind you of me. Hopefully it finds you in better form. Kindest regards, TJ. And here's the picture I included.
Oh, God. I'm so upset that I have this file on my computer.
Oh, man. I fucking nailed it with that. That's the... How would you ever forget this person in your life? Like, if this guy told me his social security number one time, I would remember it. Like, you just don't forget things about people like this.
He's got... That's like a... I don't even know what to say about that.
The first thing you're gonna hear is like, oh wow, I see you've lost weight.
Yeah. Oh, I swear to God, I want them to play along. I want them not to just give me like stock answers. And by the way, we have a couple of other ones we're gonna start getting going because I find these highly entertaining. Like
How?
I'm gonna take this so far if they're willing to let it go that far.
How does the back of somebody's head get that fat?
Dude, the back. Look at the front of it, for fuck's
But
sake.
I've seen big double chins before, but the back of your head, like where it's wider than your ears.
For all you know,
You
that's a
never heard of
tumor.
it?
That's a tumor, you insensitive bast.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Jesus.
sorry.
His medulla oblongata is swole up, so you better not. He's very ornery right now. So don't.
I just figured he was.
Did you just
to
lift that
due
from
to
the fucking water boy? Is that where that's from? Oh my god. That was good.
Why alligators so ornery? Well, my mama says it's because they got all their teeth but no toothbrush. It's a great movie.
If you notice, his hair, except for the buzzed middle, is almost like a mini Wolverine.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Dude, oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
That's
Dude.
like the opposite of the TJ.
Yeah.
That's like long on the sides and short right on the top.
I have long down the middle and shaved on the sides.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got shaved sides down a little bit further, but like,
Guys,
did
come on.
he lose a bet and also eat like 10 years worth of McDonald's in 2 months?
Guys, this is Photoshop gold. We are giving you gold here. Make it
Just
happen.
put a pair of aviators on it. Call it a day. Jesus. Drew, do me a favor. Reset the Streamlabs. Just give people a chance, because I know they're dying, and I'm dying to break this thing, and I really want to.
How the hell do you reset the Streamlabs?
You can refresh the link, I believe.
Oh, that's it? Let's try.
Input that, and then
Let me
done.
re-screen grab it.
So, guys, for those of you who've been trying to do Streamlabs, we're trying to fix it. Keep trying.
Try now,
I
guys.
did add more options, and I've been having a lot of fun with that, actually, finding new options for GIFs and sounds to come through for Streamlabs, so it's a fun endeavor. I keep picking up the pipe. I want to hit it badly. You guys are killing me.
Alright. Content?
Yeah.
No, they're all coming
ネ
in.
ームザトータリーリーガルタバコパイプマグネス
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Noise, noise, noise.
ネーム
Magnus.
ザトータリーリーガルタバコパイプマグネス
Very nice.
All right,
that was
so
Jay and Silent Bob meets Arnold Schwarzenegger smoking weed on Lou Ferrigno's couch. That was awesome.
yes,
What a way
thank
to start
you.
a show.
I told you I was adding some fun ones. So thank you very much. Who was that?
I don't know. It came up and went away so fast.
Lou
hold on.
Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno was the original Hulk.
Very, very good.
Yes, sir. Cernian?
Cernian. All right.
Yeah.
Cernian says Magnus. By the way, the person that I eventually the name I go with, it's gonna have to be one that you guys suggest in this show. So the name I go with, the person who suggests that, they're gonna win a special prize on top of it.
You know,
patron
you
or
wanna go.
not.
You know, you want.
I mean,
go
if you're a patron, you'll get a real cool prize. If you're not a patron, you'll get like some. I'll send you a goddamn podcast stickers or some shit like that. But patron or not, I'm thinking mostly the people that are sending us tips and shit are already patrons. But Magnus, and that was Cernian. So right now, that's the only name. Right now, it's being called Magnus until someone else comes up with a better name that I like more.
Cock.
And
Did you call it cock so that you could be the cock smoker?
no.
Cock sucker?
Now it gets broken in. Thank you very much, Cernian, for the. We're taking its virginity. We're taking Magnus's virginity here.
Magnus sounds like a dude's name. Just saying. Good? Smooth? Don't white power me, sir. Alright, let's do Fat
Jesus
Squirrel Eats
Christ.
a Donut.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Damn, that squirrel's got a good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Made off like a bandit. How does a squirrel get so lucky?
So what did somebody just like take a little nibble off this fucking thing and throw it down?
He might have snatched it out of the trash. Maybe it
He might
was
have
stale.
snatched it out of the. Oh, he might.
What is happening?
It's running through a-
TJ is working just fine. You should name that flavored tobacco pipe. 文前 cause you burn ER. I am sorry. No, I am not.
Bunsen.
Alright, so
Not bad. Not bad.
Bunsen's not bad. Bunsen the burner.
I should have left the other thing up though. That echo was pretty trippy.
And who was that, Cinderella Man?
Oh my god.
All right.
Monkey Fudge says
Bunsen,
no.
it's between Magnus and Bunsen so far. I like both of those.
Fudge says no, Drew. The squirrel ran into the donut store and said, "Give me all your nuts," and they said, "All we have are donuts." You see what you're doing to our viewers, TJ? I blame you for this.
Well, I mean,
It's a well-known fact that squirrels go nuts for glazed donuts. And by the
Well, I
way,
mean,
it
I'm
wouldn't
always-
surprise me if someone just gave this squirrel this. They were like, "Oh, look at that chubby-ass squirrel. Let's give it a donut."
but I mean, if I had donuts the first thing in the morning, I'd be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed too.
There's the only thing bushy about you is your tail.
Yeah, the squirrel made out.
It's too bad it's not a chipmunk, because then you could do like a chipmunkin' donuts kind of play on things, but
And,
no.
and just like that, we have to ditch that video because more
Yep.
puns are incoming.
Yeah, I was getting squirrely there.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I have to hit it again because we got another suggestion. I forgot.
Oh
That
yeah, you have to. You have
yeah.
to hit it again.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
totally.
I have to. So here's the thing, though. The stuff I have is my flavored tobacco is pretty strong right now. So,
So
unfortunately, I might get
coming.
Yeah, I might get really high. You might see me dark matter level, like dark matter after like 3 faggot ales.
Oh Jesus.
Just donate a penny if you have to. I don't care. I'm not.
Oh
saying
yeah,
it's
actually,
wrong.
thanks for bringing that up, because I actually, for this show only, added a $3 level, so you can have your Streamlabs featured on the show for $3 instead of $5.
Ooh.
Oh, you just so happen to lower the price when you take a hit every time someone.
No, it's just because I
Doesn't-
wanted to get as many suggestions as possible for.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I of
Oh,
course
okay,
we
sure.
encourage you to give $10 a suggestion for all I care. But this way, if you have a good one, you give $3, and then later on you're like, damn, I came up with a better one. You can just give another $3 and give us your better one. But
So-
it has to
so
come
let
through
me-
Streamlabs for me to consider it.
Let me reiterate the absolute bargain you people are getting. You get to help TJ name his pipe for a low price, and he has to take a hit. I mean, where else are you going to be able to spend $3?
That's on top.
Do
That's
someone
on top
to do
of
labor.
That's on top of them getting to have their comment featured and read, discussed. You know what I mean? This is all on top of that dark matter. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know what like being there for the people is like, would you? You bald son of a bitch. You know what, Drew? I have a personal dash cam video. You want to pull that up? I sent it to you.
Oh Jesus. Is it?
I love
I have
catching
it. But
Drew
what
off
is,
guard. He's like, you could see the fear behind the aviators. It's like, oh Jesus.
is it instant karma?
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
This is dark matter. Sure.
Was this your car? Or
This is my
someone-
car.
Okay.
This is my car, and this is okay. It's a red light that has just turned green. We're gonna start going, but you're gonna see the McDonald's sign.
Why isn't that McDonald's arch upside down?
Yeah, fucking bigots.
Anyway, there's gonna be a van that pulls out like right in front of that car. See him?
Oh yeah, the white
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
All right, so asshole, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what a douchebag. Like, he's already, like, you don't go at that point. So he got a little bit of instant karma here when a truck pulls out right in front of him and he gets
Slows him
to
down.
smack on his brakes. Oh, yeah. and then not only that, but slows down again to take a right-hand turn. So the van didn't save much time really, but just douchebag. And it was a bit of personal, like, instant karma I got to witness.
Yeah,
if you play it with the volume, you can hear me saying like perfect.
No, it's funny. Like I've had like friends and stuff over the years. Where's the cheers one again?
Pledge.
Oh.
New patron.
Cheers.
Ms. Giggity. I like it. Thank you very much for your pledge. Cheers.
We need more Mrs. in the.
That puts us above our goal, by the way, I believe.
Nice.
So for next month, we'll be back. We'll be back to doing 2 shows if nobody's pledge drops.
Fantastic. Now I was going to say about this. I've known people over the years who they're kind of like. I wouldn't say it's really like their driving philosophy, but they had this. They would always argue about like, well, you know, like just pulling out in front of somebody or something, like unless it's like crazy close. But my whole thing has always been like, if you pull out in front of somebody, they should never have to hit their brakes.
Sure, if you're willing to gun it, that.
Yeah, there we go. There's a new one.
This is brand new.
Does
Let's
it
see.
say anything, or does he just kind of rock out?
There must be a delay on the text.
He's getting that though.
Yeah.
Have we ever discussed A?
Whoa.
Possibly in A420 friendly state. I am thinking campground. Anything would be cool. Really? Thoughts?
Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a hit, just because that's a $50 donation. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Ryan.
A 420 friendly state.
I know me and the missus would like to go back to Colorado.
Colorado's not too far. anything is a 420 state if you're brave enough.
Thank you.
It says the man in Florida.
Actually,
my man in Florida is coughing his fucking lungs out right now.
Anything is a 420 state when you're within like a 20-foot radius of TJ.
You know what? 420 state is gonna be what I consider your suggestion for the name of the pipe.
420 state, nice.
420 state. All right, Ryan. And by the way, well, I'm thinking for a meetup we should do Florida. For this main reason, Dark Matter will not fucking go anywhere.
I just said I would go to Colorado, for fuck's sake. That's all the way across the country.
Yeah, you're not going to do that, like, to hang out with us and for a meetup.
Yeah,
you're
we
gonna
would.
go do that
We went out there just for ourselves once.
To look at homes and shit, right?
We would do that again. I mean, you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Look, I think for me personally, I like the Florida idea. I'm number 1. Me and Dark Matter are already here. Number 2, it's not that expensive to do shit around here. Not like terribly overpriced, and I can like set up my vacation or something, or I get enough days off in the week, and so does Dark Matter, that we could like do a lot of fun shit. I'd like plan out a lot of stuff, and it wouldn't cost anybody too much money. Just do like a maybe 4-day meetup or something like that.
Just keep that on the back burner. This is a very important question, not just because we could possibly get a new patron out of this, but because it matters to me. I want to find out who I'm dealing with on this podcast. All right, you see the highlight?
It says, but what does it say? Boneless wings or traditional wings? And if 2 or 3 of you answer correctly, you get a new patron. Traditional.
Dark Matter?
I like my teeth to scrape across the bone.
2/3.
I don't.
You already got 2/3.
I don't eat wings.
Oh my god!
What? Jesus Christ! Thank God he said 2/3 and not all of you. Thank God Dark Matter gets none of this money. I expect to hear the cheers thing for a new patron here any second.
Yes, Bonehead, and I don't know.
It's ironic that you asked that, because that's what I fucking had for dinner tonight. I had honey wings from the local Chinese place. And they serve like the big, like full wings, and they're fucking fantastic.
No. Have a bone in your wings or get the fuck out. I'm an elitist when it comes to my wings.
I mean, look, I will eat boneless if it's like there's a local place they do Monday it's all you can eat bone in, and then Wednesday is all you can eat boneless. And if I'm happen to be there on a Wednesday, I'll still eat it because the sauces they toss them in are good. But when I'm there on the Monday, it's like grilled well, and I could eat probably 60 of them.
Winner chicken dinner right here. Boneless wings are just overpriced chicken nuggets. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, you beautiful bastard.
Are wings light meat or dark meat? I don't even know.
It's usually a combination. It's a lot of rib meat. Oh, are you talking about like on the whole wing?
Have you never
about bone in?
Have you never ate chicken wings?
No, I don't think so.
Wings are I mean,
You're just blowing my mind right now.
It's you don't even know which part of the chicken is white meat and which is dark meat. By the way, you know why they call it white meat and dark meat?
Why?
Because the Puritans didn't like saying breast and thigh.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah. So they said white and dark.
I mean, I like chicken breast, but I mean, I don't like the legs either.
You don't like chicken legs?
No.
You don't like fried chicken leg?
Who is
No.
this? This
That's
is
like
what
half
happens.
of what wings are, literally.
This is what
It's
happens
wings and-
when you grow up in Chicago.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I blame
No,
Chicago for this.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a meetup in fucking Florida. We're gonna go to a fucking wing place with the whole group of us, whoever shows up, and we're just gonna order like 200 wings and just go fucking ham. That's gonna happen. That's on the list of shit we're doing on the next meetup. By the way, I don't know when. Like, we should hammer down some at least a time frame that we can start to narrow down, because it's been forever since we've done a meetup. I know a lot of people are aching to do it, and quite honestly, we could, we could have some fun. Just do it. I can't wait to see Dark Matter drunk again, and I'm gonna make him do the Star Wars stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. For everybody has to witness that. Ask Angry Pumpkin and Godless Lesbian. They were there to witness like Dark Matter in person, like nobody else has been able to. It was fucking fantastic. I had seen
They
it
were
before.
able to witness.
I remember he had
my
like
perfect
what was it?
composure.
What was it,
Yeah,
like two
big
umbrella
deal.
drinks? He had like 2 umbrella drinks, or was it one when we went to Universal?
I think I had a daiquiri there before that or something. I don't know.
This fucking guy orders an umbrella drink and is like stumbling, and thank God his wife was there to like
Carry him.
drive.
I imagine Mrs.
we
Darkmatter
didn't.
picks him up, just puts him on her shoulder, and just walks off with him. I'm used
Sack
to
of
it.
tape.
There's no
Sack of
driving.
ball
We had
tape.
we stayed at a hotel there. We just walked.
Uh-huh. Anyway, no,
Whoa,
I want everyone to witness that.
Hey, Spawn Freak is the one that asked us about the wings. He says, I'm trying to pledge, it's not letting me. Well, we can't have that. What is happening here?
I mean, that Patreon should be fine. It must be something with maybe your payment information or something like that. We have not blocked anybody ever for giving us money, especially.
Yeah, like, you're going to block people for giving you money?
No.
Especially over having good taste in wings, sir. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize this was a debate until it came on Twitter the other day, and everybody was talking about it. I was like, there are really that many savages out there that prefer boneless wings.
And then they would call us savages for enjoying like scraping our teeth across
Well,
the bone.
I already was for traditional wings, but the way you described it made them that much better, TJ.
Yeah, dude.
Sounds
like
more
I
barbaric.
personally like my wings grilled well, not like burned, but like where you've got a lot of the grease and fat and shit out of it. You've cooked the shit out of it, and then toss it in the like either make it an interesting sauce or something with some kick to it. Not too much. I don't want to fucking like die while I'm eating it,
Right.
but like a hot garlic or hot barbecue is good. There's the place I go to or used to go to. I haven't been there in forever now, but they did peanut butter and jelly wings, which sounds really
Ooh,
awkward,
yeah.
but it's basically Thai peanut and like the lightest hint of like a grape jelly or something like that, and it's actually really good. And once me and my buddy did all you can eat, we were trying every fucking flavor, and that was the last one, and I was like, this is going to be disgusting, and it was surprisingly good. We were like, this is way better than I imagined it would be.
Have you ever had mint jelly on lamb?
My mom is a complete fanatic for that.
That's pretty good.
That's like maybe, but there's certain things like ketchup with eggs. Like I thought that was disgusting for the longest time. Then I tried it and I was like, that's not so bad. It's not nearly as disgusting as I thought it would be. It kind of goes together. But it's not something I would do on a normal basis.
Another
mint on meat is like I don't want to brush my teeth and immediately fucking eat a steak. Like that's not how I don't want that minty flavor still going on while I'm enjoying my protein.
Oh. Here's another one that's going to separate the men from the boys here. Does everybody here like steak? You guys like steak?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, all right, good. We even got dark matter in on that one. Monkey Fudge asked how I like my steak.
Medium rare.
I go medium rare, but there was one of our friends, David on Twitter had this was another thing after the wing thing, kicked everybody off on steaks, and he actually gave for me the perfect answer, medium rare. But when you order at a restaurant, I go medium because I have had them really fuck up.
Medium rare, sure. It depends on what restaurant you're going to. See, for me, it's more about the cut of meat. So at a cheap restaurant, you're going to get a cheap cut of meat, and then you can ask for it medium. If it's going to be a good cut of meat that you expect prepared, like especially like a prime rib or something along those lines, you're looking for medium rare all the fucking way. A good cut of meat, you're cooking all the flavor out of it once you go past medium.
Teach. We got to get Dark Matter's answer. Because I've got a feeling this son of a bitch is like a medium well.
A mid-well. Yeah, mid-well is what I would have said too.
I mean, I don't mind however it's cooked. I don't care.
What?
No, that's
dude, that's like what kind of music do you listen to in it? What kind of music do you listen to? Everything.
That's true. I do. There's good stuff in every genre.
This is why people hate centrist Dark Matter.
I've had
your steak.
Look, I've had well done burgers that were really good. All right, but I've never had a well done ribeye that I was like, wow, this is better well done than it would have been like fucking 40 degrees ago. Yeah. You know, it's I don't know. I prefer. I don't want it to moo when I put my knife in it.
Well,
you know what I mean. But I want it.
For what Dark Matter is saying, like if you know, I'm sitting down to a meal or whatever, and like a friend has made it or family or something, and they made a bunch of steaks, and that's what we're having for like the dinner. And they cooked them well done. I mean, I'll still eat them, but I would never order it well done, ever.
There's a place called Five Guys Burgers and Fries. You ever heard of it?
We have them here.
All right, so they cook theirs well done. Period. Like, but they always come out like good and juicy, and it's because they're like it's fresh. And so I mean that makes a huge fucking difference. But if I'm ordering something from the restaurant I work at. Like we have an 18-ounce bone-in ribeye, and it would be blasphemy to order anything above medium. And the chefs cringe when they get like a well-done order. And by the way, the two hardest temperatures to cook, rare and well done. Really, I mean, any decent grill cook will tell you that freaking because rare is such a wide spectrum, and well done, getting well done to be all the way cooked through and still like juicy and tender. Yeah. Pretty fucking difficult.
Well, that's interesting because I'm reading the chat over here as we've talked about it. It seems like pretty much everybody is on our page for that one. I think I saw one well done person.
I mean, it's cooked fresh, like to the order. Like it's I'm not saying it's never frozen or like they fucking like ground the cow up themselves or some shit like that. I'm saying that when you put in an order at Five Guys, they then put the fucking meat on the grill. So even though it's not pink in the middle or whatever, it's still tasty and like fresh.
I have a feeling that the only way for me to get on your good side at this point is to say that I would run into a pasture and just tackle a cow and start going to town right then and there.
Yes.
That's right. And if you're thirsty, you just pull on its fucking udders. You be a man about it.
Now, you see, the manliest thing you could do, Dark Matter, is like set the stool down in the barn and wait for the mother cow to birth the calf. And before it even hits the ground, you swoop it up. And you just strangle the life out of it with your bare hands. And you cut it open. And you grill the whole goddamn thing and you eat it.
That's the veal deal right there.
The veal deal. And have a nice tall glass of bourbon while you're at it. Anyways, let's see. What do we have? Content. Dark matter would need 2.
This is an actual... There's a website that goes along with this.
Oh, yeah.
An actual product.
The fuck is it?
This is an actual product. So let's read up about it. I want to see dark matter's face in one of these pictures.
I don't like that word restore.
Why not?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Oh,
an exclusive
it's an
sale.
exclusive sale. Put in the email dark matter 2525 at yahoo.com. At I'm a bald fuck.
At isabaldfuck.com. Send me discounts. No.
Your email does not seem to be valid. Just do Yahoo. That'll work. Even if it's not dark matter, somebody that stole his fucking email will get it.
That's gonna be hilarious. What? That's weird. Okay, fine. We won't do the large discounts.
Fine. No discounts. We'll pay full price for our FDA cleared hair growth system.
Oh, the chat. There's a chat up. Have questions?
It's 100% money back guarantee. Dark matter. What if? By the way, are we doing the recorded chat? The recorded live chat?
Oh, it never gave me the option.
I think now there's an option for people to watch the show with the chat as it's happening when it was live.
I totally forgot about that.
That's the message I got when I typed in a comment. It told me that was happening.
When you typed in a comment in our chat here?
Yeah, it said that's... It gave me an update saying that this new feature is happening now. I forget what it said, but...
Well, maybe it's...
Exactly. It's like... It's recorded basically the chat, so you can play the chat along with the video
as
awesome. It's happening. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you very much. We of course appreciate all of our patrons, old and new. And of course, the patrons really get some of the best stuff with the patron shows. You can ask any of the patrons. The patron shows are pretty fucking fun.
Legit.
That's right, Peachy. That means the chat isn't lost forever. Now that means the world can see the abuse I have to endure at the hands of the chat.
It'll be interesting when people have the ability to go back and quote direct portions of the chat in the comments. Should be fun.
Jesus, I don't even see the option. Like up until tonight,
it might be automatic for all I know.
Well, yeah, maybe because every time we've done a show in the past like few months or so, like a thing would come up as soon as I started the stream that would just be like, "Do you want to do that?" And it didn't come up tonight. Huh.
Whatever, man. At least we're streaming on YouTube again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with it too hard. Let's see. Waking up Bunny with an air horn.
Oh no. They have sensitive ears.
This got a huge reaction on Facebook.
Oh, he's gonna get close as shit too.
Oh, come on. That's abuse. That's abuse.
So abusive.
See, he's waking him up with an air horn.
Oh.
That's the same reaction like 99% of people had on Facebook. Like, I was totally about to freak the fuck out. Yeah, he woke him up with the air horn, but not by blowing it. Sweet old bunny. Speaking of sweet,
yeah.
Is Sheila in there? Such a dancer. Sheba.
I hope it works because I have his new theme ready. You gotta get him. I got the new theme ready. I think that dog's internal clock knows Tuesday nights is like, oh, he's gonna fuck with me.
He's not. I grabbed his Chibi. So chino.
Maybe you should get some sake in the house, and you can get him to come over.
I've actually had plum wine here plenty of times.
We got a Photoshop on that striper picture.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
You couldn't keep the hair. You couldn't keep the fucking hair.
He had to do all that work to cut the hair out.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking really good, and I love the Ted Cruz. All right, I think that should definitely make the thumbnail somehow for in the future.
That's really good.
We can make it Griper.
Griper.
Let me see who sent that. Cinderella Man says I tried the $3 Streamlab and nothing happened. Jesus Christ. Oh, Dubious. Was that Dubious? I should have known. Good work, sir. I'm hoping the fucking Doe shows up. I finally got his theme song ready. Dun, 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 dun. I guess we'll play a video while TJ is gone. We'll enjoy this together, Dark Matter. This is a giant cheesesteak kebab. Alright. A lot of beef. I'm down. Oh wow, that's gonna be a hell of a kebab. Did you get him?
Here he comes.
Easy.
Tiba. Tiba. Look at how much of a douche he is.
I know, he's so suspicious.
This must not happen very often, huh?
It happens all the time. He's just being a douche. Playing it up for the fucking camera.
I'm telling you,
but he's not feeling 100% because we had to put flea medicine on him. And he's like, God the damn freeze.
I figured he'd be
fucking freeze make me so richy.
I figured he'd be stoked as shit to be out of that goddamn cone.
Oh yeah, he's happy, but he's itchy and like digging at himself. So we had to get better flea medicine for him, and that always makes him feel like shit. Even the topical stuff makes him feel like shit. Well, anyway, look at this goddamn beautiful cheese. It's.
You're gonna get the munchies when you watch this.
Dude, this is ridiculous. No, I got
break,
the munchies.
TJ's gonna be eating.
I mean, if I can make one of these in 5 minutes, I'd make one during break for sure.
Oh, so they're gonna pour gravy all over it.
No, not quite.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, dude.
Well, that looks good.
Crazy good.
Excuse me if I have a hard time hiding my erection.
It's bumping the mic, damn it.
Jesus Christ. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
That
the first thing my girlfriend cooked for me that was like that you know, she convinced me she didn't really cook or anything for like a long time, and the first thing she made for me was like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and it was fucking incredible. And I was like, "You've been lying to me." She knew I freaking I'm good in the kitchen, so she just kind of let me handle that for the longest time.
Oh yeah, it's free eats.
Yeah, dude. She's really good at it, actually. She made some, I don't like Brussels sprouts, but she made it's a creamy sauce with Brussels sprouts and bacon and chicken, and it was fucking incredible. She's like, stop eating all that. I gotta save some for my mom, I'm like, it's fucking, it was really good.
TJ's girlfriend, though, did get quite the catch, because TJ, not only can TJ cook, but he also knows me, so.
What benefit has she gotten from that at all? She literally, I've drug her to come meet you once, and she was like, it was fun for a minute, but I remember at the time the AC in my car wasn't working so great, and it was fucking 110 fucking degrees, and she's just like, she was pissed off because she was hot. Women, they get all hot and bothered.
All that meat gets them hot and bothered.
Just stuff it in their bun, and then drizzle your cheese sauce.
The only thing that this
women who meet me usually do get hot and bothered, but I don't know. What were you going to say anyway, Drew?
I was going to say the only thing this is missing from making it its way into Dark Matter's fat folder is a 300-pound broad charging $12.99 a minute to eat it.
That reminds me. I saw wall porn with different ethnicities earlier this week.
Oh, representing all the cultures.
So what I like to point out is that you are continuing to search.
No, I'm not. I don't search for this stuff. It just finds me. I swear to God.
It's because you search for it so often, it just automatically assumes that's what you're looking for.
No.
I think Dark Matter gets those emails like I did with the pussy wig. It's like, we have some new, the latest in butt wall porn.
The butt? I think the butt wall is something we covered in a patron show. Was it a regular show or a patron show? I like to think it's a.
I think it was a regular show, but I just like the fact that wall porn is becoming diverse. Social justice is working.
It's literally 2018. We need more diversity in our butt wall porn.
Yeah, you don't want people to hit the glass ceiling in the butt wall porn industry.
For real.
You want them to bust right through that drywall, if you know what I mean.
The woman that was doing it, though, had half her body sticking through the wall. It's like, I don't think you understand, It's like, why do you even have the wall there anymore?
For real. I don't know. My girlfriend caught me watching wall porn. She would shit a brick.
Wall porn. What a time to be alive. Let's do. It's almost break time.
What's it? Yeah, it is. It's getting close. But what's it called when they just slather kind of concrete on the side of cinder block? Stucco? Is that it?
Oh, I don't know.
Dark Matter, it's stucco, right?
Stucco is no, that's stucco isn't concrete.
No, it's like a outside coating, and it's a form of doing it where they just kind of roughly pat it. I can't remember.
Cernian says
stucco. Yes, bam. See, everyone's agreeing with me. God damn.
It must be right. I've never heard that.
You've never?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know what stucco is, but I just didn't think it was concrete.
It's, I believe it is like a form of, like a paste. It's a paste similar to concrete.
Okay,
it depends on outdoor or indoor.
Here's the important thing. Where is
outdoor,
this going? Where's this?
It was originally leading to a pun, but we've gone so far off that I can't even remember what I was going to tie it back to. So I mean, at least you guys learned something. Stucco.
You don't want to do any kind of stucco wall porn. That'll chafe.
Jesus Christ. We're going to break, guys.
All right, we will be right back. Stay tuned. And of course, when we come back, the magic phrase will be active.
Wait,
do you remember what it was?
No, I don't. Something
It's because you're
disrespectful.
bald and confused.
Oh, Jesus
See,
Christ.
that would have been active if it had not been before the break. But we will be right back, and then it will be active. So stay tuned, guys.
And on that note, we're back. I expected TJ to be eating something.
No, sir. I know better than that. I know better. I learned my lesson long ago. Like 2 shows ago.
I try to shame you, but sometimes I think you're catching on. You're like Doge with the treat.
Yep,
Like,
yep. I'm very cautious and head to the side very much.
Can I tell you guys about a tweet Donald Trump just deleted?
Can I tell you that I am so old that I remember when
my
the
God,
tweet was
no.
something Barbara Walters gave her dog?
Oh my God, we made it through like 20 shows without hearing that fucking joke.
We better not have a meetup because I will drop kick your ass.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
If we do a meetup,
you've met me in person, you know better.
If we do a meetup, we need to just instantly, like Dark Matter and I look at each other across the room and give the nod and like attack TJ, just mob the shit out of us.
Yeah, both of us can take him. Yeah,
yeah. If it's both of you, you can take me probably.
170 pounds drop kicking you. That's gonna hurt.
No, it's you're bald. There's no.
It's like it was like Dark Matter used drop kick. He's bald. It was ineffective.
Yeah, exactly. There's no hair behind it.
Right,
anyway,
so here's the tweet Donald deleted. He said, "It was my great honor to deliver a message to the Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, to our great U.S. military, straight from the heart of the American people. We support you, we thank you, we love you, and we will always have your back." He spelled Marine Corps, Marine, C-O-R-E.
Oh, like core?
Yeah.
And he deleted it?
Bullshit. Yeah, he deleted it. He's just bullshitting his way through the presidency. I swear to God.
That is,
dude, he just fired Rex Tillerson.
Yeah, that is one thing that has kind of been his thing, though, like that he doesn't delete his tweets. Because you know that whole thing, I know Dark Matter knows because we use Twitter a lot, that there's always a tweet.
Yeah.
That whole thing, like every time something happens and he'll like come out and he'll say something in like a conference or in a speech or something and is like, and we're going to do this and all that kind of thing, there's always a tweet. There'll be some tweet from like 6 years ago where it was like, no president worth his weight or something like that would ever do this thing. And it'll be like almost the verbatim phrase that he's using like in his speech, and you're just like, oh my God.
Do you guys honestly think at this point that he's going to make it all 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll make it.
I also think he's going to make it, but I think it's fucking wild that this is like, what if this has become acceptable, imagine what's fucking next.
I think not only will he make it,
he's treating his cabinet like he's still on the fucking Apprentice. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. And he's like claiming to seek perfection or some shit. Dude, I think people are just bailing on a failed administration. Like and most of them already got what they wanted with that fucking tax bill. It's all they really wanted, and it's fucking done. So they're like, all right, yeah.
Well, the thing is, depending on, like I've said before, depending on who else runs, I think he still has a good shot of winning re-election.
Oh, absolutely. The Democrats are fucking retarded. Like, that's retarded to a degree where they can manage to lose the easiest shit. But at the same time, what we've seen in special elections and shit like that lately, there's kind of a swing going on. But, I mean, the midterms is always kind of funky.
What's disconcerting, though, is that Democrats don't seem to be learning, you know?
No, they never learn. Never. That's why I can never call. I'm
$5.01. Is that intentional?
Yeah.
And is that like the Doge?
Yeah.
Setting?
TJ スン
Yeah, that's
ランティングイナフリエットヘイヘイヘイヘイインヘイルフラバードタバコエブリーシングルデー
She should rap.
Hey.
Maybe. All right. So the rant pipe, is that the next name?
God, I hope.
Is it just edibles that make you rant, or smoking does too?
I think it's a mixture of TJ being stoned mixed with however his day was. I don't think it really matters that much, or those drops. Yeah,
the drops do it pretty good, but I think a lot of it is just according to how I feel about a topic. It's if I don't feel strongly about it, you won't hear a whole lot out of me usually. But on a lot of things that we discuss, especially things that I bring up, obviously things I feel kind of strongly about. Oof. And
Here's the rule.
Cinderella, man.
Here's the rule. If you want some peace and quiet, and you see TJ about to down a gummy bear, you slap that shit out of his hand.
Dude, on that,
you give it
Vegas,
to a kid.
In Vegas, I'd gone like 3 days with pretty much nothing, and
Dude,
then Paul
you should
showed
have
up.
been around this guy. It was like, you know, in Walk the Line when Johnny Cash is coming off of pills, and like all of his friends or whatever have to, like Reese Witherspoon has to show up with a shotgun and like chase off the drug dealers. That's how I felt when I was in Vegas. Like TJ's just like, it's been 3 days. I'm like, dude, it's fucking weed. What the hell is happening?
No, I was fine. Don't get me like I wasn't that bad. But when Paul did show up, and freaking gun on the table, lockbox, unlock, and it's just I was like, oh boy, yay! And then he had edibles, and like 3 gummy bears in. He's like, yo, don't eat those like they're candy. He's like, three is probably enough.
I remember he had
TJ's
like the straws or whatever.
Yeah, the straw, dude. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then like an hour later, we had to go somewhere. I stood up, and we're in a fucking hotel, and it felt like a cruise ship. Like kind of swang underneath me. I was like, oh boy. And then we got to the parking garage, and someone said something funny, and I started laughing, and then my laugh echoed, and that made me laugh more. And so I just kept fucking laughing. They're like, you're really high, huh? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Peachy. Says bullshit, TJ. You were super Jonesy. I've never seen someone like that over weed. I'm like, what the hell? But
Was he like
Drew,
scratching?
When
and
we were in
stuff?
California, was I not like you were like, how do you operate? I'm like drinking
'cause-
super heavy beers and like smoking joints back to back.
Well, and I can go toe to toe with you on booze, but it's like with smoking weed, I'm like, dude, I've always been such a lightweight. I actually smoked weed the other night before last, and I was already drunk, and I was just like, fuck it, I still had a little bit of weed. So like put it in like a one hitter, and take like one big like rip off of a one hitter, and I'm like, I'm done. And then I'm like go and I like lay down and I like sleep like a baby. Like that's how I am. TJ like the entire show, I'm like, I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even follow conversation if I was smoking like TJ.
It's taken a long time to get to that, and unfortunately, sometimes I wish I was a lightweight, but at the same time, when you're too lightweight, you end up like Drew, like just wanting to go to sleep. I like the kind of stuff that get the
Drew
flavored
can't
tobacco
handle
that
it
gets
like we
me.
can.
Oh yeah, dark matter. Dark matter's the ultimate connoisseur. Just put me to shame.
Well, I'll tell you this much,
No.
Dark Matter. At least I can drink. All right.
I
Yeah.
can drink.
Yeah, you can have.
The alcohol. We're talking about alcohol.
Yeah, I do all right with
God.
booze, but I don't know what it is about. And I everything I guess like has different effects on people. But I'm like the only person that I've personally ever known that's like that with weed. It's just so not my thing.
You're
It
probably
just-
getting sleepy type shit. You need to get the stuff that helps you just focus and be creative. It's an indica sativa difference, and I always go for the creative strains, not the sleepy strains.
I'd be interested to like try some, but don't be. I would hate to like go and do it on like a hangout in Florida or something, and you give me some like, oh bro, like this makes me just like think like crazy. I'm like, cool, and I smoke it. And, like 2 minutes later, I'm like, guys, I gotta crash. Yeah, I would hate to do that on
we'll have you try it on the first night late at night, so that we can tell how it affects you and whether we should try it again.
Well, then I'll probably
But,
fall asleep anyway.
Dude, I like right now, Dark Matter Star Wars-y type shit. I have like the ultimate
Looks like
Star
a flathead
Wars-y.
screwdriver.
And here I'll.
TJ's bloodstream is basically just like
THC.
a big vat of chemicals. They're just circulating through his body. Like there's just some unknown concoction keeping him alive right now.
Yeah, you could when if they cremate me, you could like roll my ash and smoke it and get pretty fucked up.
Let's hope there's no birds flying over the crematoria.
Have you guys seen the video of the guy where they're burning like 60 tons of drugs behind him or some shit, and he's like kind of downwind of it, and he's trying to do a report on it, and he's just losing his shit.
Dude, I want to say we played that.
I'm pretty sure we have. Anyway, with all that shit out of the way, the magic phrase is now in effect. So let's get on with more content. I sent you plenty.
Yeah, are we not giving away a thing?
That's after the second break.
Okay, all right. How I now remember the Drew hiking incident. Jesus.
So here we were, hiking in California.
Yeah, us hiking on this. Dude, it's like dead fall both ways. He's crawling. Both ways.
Yeah, and then McGrock gave way under Drew's girth.
I was too much man for that mountain, TJ.
That.
Yeah. Remember how our hiking trip was like this, Drew? That's how I remember it.
Exactly. Misty,
Where the hell
Misty
is
could
that?
do this no problem.
This is in Hawaii. I believe it was posted as this was like like part of a certain trail, but it's actually a thing called Three Ridges. It's not part of the trail. The trail is actually pretty dangerous on its own, but this is like insane.
Misty could do this. Misty
probably.
Misty just like flies up and down the mountains.
Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous.
I carried my son up a mountain in Colorado.
You know what's hilarious about going to California and like I guess hiking those mountains? It's like me and then there's like we're kind of following Misty, who is just like flying like a bird up and down these mountains, and there's like this whole like the nature thing, like the site, like gorgeous, right? And then there's this fucking snow Mexican called Neeboop who is just cracking open beers every time we like stop for a second, like he's like, yeah, and then he'll just start telling us some crazy story. What's that dude? Derek Zarachansky. You remember that?
Oh, don't mention that fucking name. I'll never get it out of my fucking head.
Dude, he has a story for everything, and it's always like super crazy.
No, this is, what we did was there were parts of it that were pretty sketchy, but it wasn't anything like this.
Oh yeah, nothing like
this
that.
is like sheer drop off too. Like look at that. There's no stopping. You die.
Though I do gotta say, Misty had told me she went hiking that mountain here recently, and the fires that they've had in California have like burned out like all the shrubs, and she was like, that was actually a really steep drop that you would have went down if you would have kept falling.
I wasn't fucking kidding.
I guess
that spot, and like. You didn't go like you weren't like hanging down like both arms or whatever, but it was like one leg all the way down and just like tip.
It was like
one leg.
It was like a foot to the ankle hanging off the side.
No, I saw, and the hilarious thing was I remember her trying to grab you.
Yeah, like she's.
And I was thinking, I was like, there they both go. They're both gone right now because there's no way, like that. They're both gone, and I don't know how I'm going to describe where the fuck I am to a helicopter.
I'm going to believe the guy that doesn't significantly contribute to the drug cartels. Bottom line.
Yeah,
Are you shitting me? I'm considering telling as soon as Trump passes the killing all dealers bill, I'm gonna tell them Dark Matter's my fucking weed dealer.
The kill all dealers bill.
Yeah, did you hear that spiel?
Yeah, it was
fucking insane.
The articles that I saw, he's talking about like cartel leaders or some shit. He's not talking about
all
your
drug
and
dealers.
guy,
talking about drug dealers. He's taking like the going almost Duterte with it.
Yeah, he respects that guy.
Yeah, he loves him.
That guy.
No,
yeah,
I'm
it's
saying,
fucking.
What I'm saying is he talk? Because I haven't seen the clip. I was hearing about it today.
He's talked about like with China. He's like, oh, I talked with China. I'm like, oh, you got a drug problem? They're like, no. And he's like, oh, you got 1.3 billion people with no drug problem. How's that? And he goes, death penalty.
Jesus Christ. Trump is your wacky old senile uncle or grandfather who just so happened to become president.
And a third of America, voting America at least, supports that. Like, still is like that that is what represents me best, is this kind of shit. It is fucking wild to watch this, as far as I'm concerned.
I'll watch the video later. I thought it was more like he was talking about cartel members or some shit like that. Which either way,
Drew,
even then is still, that's like if they're killing people, obviously that's fine.
Yeah,
because I support the death penalty for fucking murderers, but not for like
no. They're talking about drug dealers.
Yeah, if it's your nickel, like the guy that sells you a nickel sack or some shit like that, that's insane.
Well, no, the point that's been made is that if like opiates are the problem, the biggest producer of opiates are pharmaceutical companies.
Right.
So what are you going to do? Put them to death? Put the CEOs or whatever to death?
No, but
like,
that's legal, TJ.
Yeah, exactly. So like legal drugs versus illegal drugs. It's such a bought out bullshit system. Speaking of which, I sent you a link for a with Florida like laws that have failed to pass recently. Can you pull that up? Because that Dark Matter and I might have something to say about this, especially the very first one. We'll probably talk at length on the first one.
The Orlando Sentinel.
This is fucking so frustrating. Texting while driving and other key bills die in Florida legislature this year. So it's still okay to text while driving here in Florida.
People can't even fucking drive when they're concentrating on driving down here.
You know what I mean? So scroll down a little bit. Tallahassee. Let's see if I can read this. Overall, 2018 was tough. Can you make it a little bit bigger?
Let me get all the ads out. Is that better?
That's much better. Tallahassee. Overall, 2018 was not a stellar year for passing bills in Florida legislature, with the House and Senate agreeing on 195 bills, 4 resolutions, and 1 resolution-like memorial. Here are some of the higher-profile issues that died when the session ended in overtime on Sunday. Number 1, texting while driving. A proposal, HB 33 and SB 90, to allow law enforcement officers to pull over people for texting while driving, cruised through the House and had advanced through the Senate. But the proposal died in the Senate Appropriations Committee. The bill faced concerns about issues such as minority drivers facing increased racial profiling if texting while driving became a primary traffic offense. What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I would have to say, just based off of that, if you had to imagine the party that would have problems with it being a racial profiling thing, which party would you imagine that was?
Definitely the Democrats.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's why it's so easy for me to admit that, because I don't fucking support them, and I know that they're fucking pussies. Like it hurts me to see this, no matter who it's fucking coming from. This should be fucking so obvious.
What gets me is how misplaced the focus of the problem is. It's like, oh, we can't make this thing, an offense, which obviously should be an offense, because we're worried that the people who uphold the law will abuse it. Like, no, fix the fucking people who uphold the law before you worry about the goddamn law.
Right. Well, the reason I brought that up is because that's kind of like a trend I've noticed for like several things that are just kind of scattered issues. I know there was one of the things they wanted to do for kind of cracking down on like people having guns illegally. I forget what the thing was, but it was shut down in Congress, and it was supposed to be like harsher penalties for like felons that got guns, because it's illegal for felons to own guns.
Sure.
And it was supposed to be like a real big crackdown on that, but that was shot down by Democrats because it disproportionately targeted minorities because they're more likely to have felonies and get guns.
Dude, what I'm wondering is how anyone can defend people who are texting and driving, no matter what their fucking skin color is. And by the way, if you're texting and driving while you have a car full of like drugs or some shit, then you're just twice as fucking dumb as someone who at least is texting and driving and not riding fucking dirty. Texting and driving is fucking retarded and dangerous. Every other fucking car I go by, the person has their fucking phone in their hand. It's out of fucking control. If you pay attention, like in the UK, you can't have your phone in your hand while you're behind the wheel. Period. Or they fine you like $250 and put points on your fucking license. And I say fine and put the points on the fucking licenses for those people that do that shit here in America, because I don't know about you guys, but my insurance for my car insurance goes up whether I have a claim or not every fucking time. Every 6 months it goes up. Whether I have a claim or not. And you know why? It's because people around here in this fucking area drive like retards and text and drive and shit like that and get into accidents, and so they consider it a high risk area, and so they fucking raise everyone's rates even though I'm fucking driving cautiously.
And that's
Fuck
bullshit,
that.
yeah.
Punish them, not me. Not everyone else. Punish them.
Here's a little story that'll lift up your spirits, TJ. I noticed I just got my new insurance cards in, and I noticed that they had my car listed as a Lotus Exige, and as you know, it's a Lotus Elise.
As you know, TJ.
Yeah. Well, he squeezed into the fucking thing, but anyway, the Exige is more expensive. You know, it's like you know, as much as like 20 grand more. So I'm like, well, no, fuck this. They're probably overcharging me. So I'm like, I call them. I'm like, you know, this is an Elise. Well, the VIN is listed as an Exige. Could you take a picture? So yeah, I took a picture. It says Elise on the back of the car, everything. So I sent it in. I emailed them the picture. I went through. I did all the fucking paperwork, and they updated my bill. They sent my bill back to me. I owe them $4 more. My fucking insurance went up $4 more. You motherfuckers!
Got him. Yeah,
dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Well, I know they do something.
I'm like, no, they're gonna give me hundreds of dollars back. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a check.
Well, you know, here,
that's not how it works.
Here, I'd imagine it's probably the same way everywhere. But here, I have a buddy that I work with that had, like, you know, he has bought his own house or whatever, and he's been paying on it. But you know, they do the special taxes, if like the property tax and all that kind of stuff. But the way that they do it, where they do the adjustments for like public schooling and like the taxes that go to that, they do that. Basically, the percentage that you have to pay is not based off of what your house is actually worth. It's off of what the state appraises your house to be worth. Mm-hmm. And they had tried to tell the dude, it's like, oh, well, since you have a $200,000 home, he's like, yeah, no, I do not have a $200,000 home. He's like, you know, this home is worth 80 or whatever. It's like, well, the market's gone up since then or whatever, and it's the state telling him that his house is worth 200 grand, so he has to pay that percentage of the tax on it, which is fucking insane.
That is crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I play a game with car insurance where I just switch companies every 6 months. I pay 6 months in advance, and then when it's time to renew and they offer me a raised rate, and I say, hey, why are you raising my rate? They'll be like, well, everyone does it. I'm like, well, everyone also offers a better rate to switch. And so I jump between Geico, Allstate, and Progressive, and then back to Geico, Allstate, Progressive, Geico, Allstate, Progressive. I just go in that cycle, and they always offer me a great deal to come back, but are not willing to hold on to it to keep me as a customer. It's hilarious.
Hmm.
It works for me though, because I save quite a bit of money. Like Geico is like saves me 25%, but then they try and raise me the 25% when it's time to renew. Like, what the fuck? So I switch to someone else who saves me some money, and then I just keep save.
Which just for me, it just seems strange to me, because it would seem like if your customers aren't, like I'm assuming from what you're saying, you have like a clean kind of driving record.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
No wrecks or anything. That seems to me that's the person that you want to stay in with your company, because you're never having to pay out.
Even with like State Farm, when they had a few hurricanes back in, 14 years ago now, State Farm freaked out and dropped a shitload of policies, including my dad, because he lived in a high risk area. Now, he had been a State Farm customer for like 30 years, never late with a payment, and not a single claim. And they dropped him like he was bad news. because they didn't want to end up having to pay out any claims in this high risk area. Well, why the fuck do you have insurance in the first place, right?
Right.
So that even though they had high rates, he always fucking paid them and never had a single claim. They still dropped his ass. And then here's the beautiful thing: for like 12 years, we didn't have a hurricane. And still, we haven't really had one that did any real damage to his area. So for all those years, they could have been collecting that money and with no claims, and yet, but they did finally get some kind of payout. They put a new roof on their house recently after the last hurricane. So, and the insurance paid for that. So that was nice. Well, they finally got some kind of payout for their years and decades of fucking paying these premiums without actually getting anything out of it. That's the point of insurance, is for it to be there when you need it, not to just make a huge profit off of you, which is how insurance companies kind of treat it nowadays.
I'm actually really curious about this, because red light cameras, just seeing that on this thing, we had red light cameras here in town like 7 years ago, and it pissed so many people off we got rid of them, because they used to give people tickets for
Same here.
The picture or whatever, but they fought it because technically, at least here, I don't know how it was over there, but at least here it was something that people didn't even vote on. They just wanted to like throw that in there.
And you can go into court and ask to face your accuser, and that pretty much like nullifies the fucking case.
Okay, so over
what
you
happened
guys don't
here?
have the red light cams anymore.
We had the same deal. We had a red light camera in our town, and there were and the accidents just skyrocketed because people were slamming on their brakes and getting rear-ended because they didn't want to get their picture taken. Yeah, and so they finally they got rid of them. They lasted for maybe about a year.
Yeah, I think they were saying in the county my parents live in, they tried it, and it was like people were just fighting it too often, and they were losing. They couldn't like win any of the cases, and it was costing them more in court costs than it was fucking worth.
Well, because what the reality is, there is just that's such an easy way for them to make money.
Yeah,
we had a buddy that it was like a yellow light, and you can see it in the picture, and he got like an automatic.
Sure, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I have a dash cam too. Yeah. But
well,
there was a city that shortened their yellow light by like 0.2 seconds or something like that, and their red light running tickets went up like 45% or something like that, like some huge amount, because they had shortened the time of the yellow light purposely to try and get more. A lot of it got thrown out, and they eventually had to reverse it all. And
okay, so what does this say?
Red light cameras. Among the first issues out of the House this year was the annual effort to eliminate a law known as the Mark Wendell Traffic Safety Act of 2010 that allows local governments to use red light cameras. But as happened in past years, the idea once again failed to get the green light in the Senate. Haha, the green light. Get it?
Oh, are you guys not happy with the pun there?
No, that's not a very well played pun.
That's a government pun. That's government
puns. Yeah, fuck you, government puns.
Fuck you, the government.
I don't pay my tax money for your fucking puns.
Exactly. Vacation rental. By the way, I think we're all on the same page here. That red light, and in the UK they have like speeding cameras and all shit like that, which I guess in certain areas might make sense, but as long as it doesn't get out of control. Like if you've got an issue with people going like high speeds through residential areas, then maybe you can come up with something, or like install speed bumps or something like that.
Once you get to the point where you're using like automation to punish people, you should just fucking bite the bullet and do what needs to be done in order to just automate everyone's fucking cars.
Yeah, well, you know what the next step is. It starts with red light cams, then before you know it, we have the little profanity things that send you out a ticket, like in Demolition Man.
Yeah, I can see it going that direction. It's a bit of a slippery slope, but I can totally get on board. I will ride that slippery slope with you, Drew. That slippery slope that is Dark Matter's head.
I want to hear about these vacation rentals. I don't know how to read. I'm from Texas. Read these to me,
okay. TJ. Vacation rentals. I'm high as fuck and pretty drunk, to be honest, but I'm still going to nail this. Vacation rentals. Lawmakers again waded into the preventing local regulation of vacation rental properties, but despite backing from industry and business groups, bills SB 1400 and HB 773 never were heard on the Senate or House floors. Never even heard. Never even heard. Hey, gambling. This interests me.
Oh, wait, so you guys don't do gambling either?
Well, we have casinos like in Tampa. We have the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, and we have the Seminole Reserve. But anyway, gambling. Lawmakers made an attempt to reach agreement on a gambling deal amid concerns about a proposed constitutional amendment on the November ballot that would give voters, not the legislature, control of future gambling decisions. But legislative leaders abandoned the effort Friday as negotiators grappled with issues such as a gambling agreement with the Seminole Tribe of Florida and allowing slot machines in counties where voters have approved referendums.
Fucking engines.
What? The Seminoles are actually really cool. The Seminoles
they're still fucking engines. You know what I'm saying?
The Seminole Indians. By the way, I'm a huge Florida State University fan, and they're the FSU Seminoles. Go Noles! And all those other Indians Native Americans that protests because of like the Cleveland Indians or the Redskins or whatever. That is not what happens here in Florida for FSU. Like they get full support. So because FSU like has full respect for them. They're like, look, we use you kind of as a mascot. But they embrace them and respect them in every way and like support them. So it's not like just fully being taken advantage of.
So you're saying they're some of the good ones, is what you're saying?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Just so we're clear on that. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been really curious about that. Here in Texas, the gambling is illegal. Like, I know it's different, like federally and all that shit with like Indian casinos. We do have some of those here, but gambling is not, I guess, like all around. It's not legal here, like it is in most states. But what everybody does here is they go right across the border. Because I'm on East Texas, we just go into Louisiana. And they go on like the bayous and shit like that, like the boats and everything. And people gamble like mad over there. And the thing is, it's a big thing that people bitch about here is because we're losing all that money because people just take it to the next state instead of just doing it here. Is that kind of how it's seen over there?
Over here, I don't know about if Dark Matter is aware, or if he has the gambling ships.
I've never gambled in my life. I have no idea.
Okay, so Dark Matter lives pretty close to the... In fact, if when we have our get-together, we'll definitely go to the Hard Rock Casino over in Tampa, because it's right close to Dark Matter. And we will all go lose a bunch of money together. Not too much.
Yeah,
I put like $100. I put like $100 limit on my gambling. I don't like to lose more than that.
So that's what I lost in Vegas.
You want to come meet up and make me drink, get high, and gamble?
Yes.
It's like TJ. God. It's like we have a Mormon friend,
and it's like a raw steak.
Mormon, you're being kind. I was going to say Amish.
And you'll probably make me eat a raw steak too.
Oh, you mean a medium rare, incredibly good? Yes.
You will age
a grotesque, gnarled chicken wing with bones in it.
We're gonna
show you what life is.
Yes, you will age like 20 years in like 2 days of hanging out with me.
People are gonna wonder what happened to all my good looks.
No, they probably.
No, they won't. No. All right. So next, let's wrap this up. The UCF license plate. The annual push to create a slew of new specialty license plates. By the way, Florida is like, I think, in the lead for specialty license plates. We have so fucking many. They have a license plate for everything in Florida.
I like the space ones.
Some of them are okay. They make sense, but like it's out of control. Look it up real quick. One of you two, look it up. How many fucking specialty license plates does Florida have? It's got to be over 100.
Why the fuck do people care so much? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's retarded. I'm looking up y'all's government site. It's just there's options to buy and what the laws are.
Just look up how many. Here, I'll do it. I have the computing power. How many specialty plates in Florida? All right, gallery of Florida specialty license plates. I'm just gonna count them. Oh my god. Oh my god. There are so many. All right, you ready?
I think we have like 2.
Ready? Can you see this clearly enough?
Oh, is that John Lennon?
I'm scrolling down the list of fucking license plates.
It's like, dude, it is a license plate.
Hang on, I will scroll a little slower. I want one that will go with my Lotus.
Jesus Christ. Is your Lotus big enough to get a license plate on there?
No, they just let me go.
No, I figured you just duct taped it to the back of your fucking head. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Stop hitting the weed. Put the damn thing down.
Put them tweeds down, Teach.
I refuse. Anyway, so the point being, we have way too many specialty license plates. They had one that's invest in life. Or no, it's invest in kids. Invest in kids. And my buddy actually had a fuckload of little stickers with just the letter C. And every time he saw one in a parking lot, he would have them in his pocket, and he'd put one over the V and invest in kids.
Incest in kids? Oh, God.
And then who knows how long those people drove with their license plate like that before they realized there was a sticker on it. Like, God knows. It could have been months.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that picture of, like, that car. It's, like, totaled. It's like a nice little red sports car. And it is absolutely totaled. You know everyone involved in that wreck is dead. And the license plate was the God is my co-pilot. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I would be amazed if that wasn't on one of y'all's license plates.
I have horror stickers all over my car, so if it's a gory scene, at least they're prepared for it. Got like fucking Leatherface and
speaking of driving in Florida, you sent me this video.
This is in Miami. This is in Miami after a pretty bad accident, and these apparently people don't want to fucking stop.
That was a nice car.
It's an Infinity, I think. Yep. Infinity. That was a really nice car.
So the person's trying to run? Is that what's happening?
I guess.
Just get his license plate. Don't hit the damn car. They're gonna get scared and plow over people.
Yeah, but at the same time, license plate shit, you get a lot of claims of like, oh, the car had been stolen, and so you don't, like, the insurance doesn't pay out and shit.
That is so
There's
crazy.
a good reason why you try and stop people from running from the scene of an accident. You can't act like a total vigilante and be like pulling the pit maneuver, but you can try and keep them from leaving.
They can't like run though. Like if they get in another car and follow them, it's not like they can, get away. I mean, with the thing beat up like that.
Hopefully not, but like so people see what's going on here.
Why did the car stop?
It stopped because someone blocked it. They saw what was going on.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now. Duh. Yeah, but the best thing. Okay,
now check out
that
the guy in the white van. The guy in the white van reminds me of DPR Jones.
I was just about to say that. I see a white van, I think DPR. Now this woman has the right idea because she's filming it.
Yeah.
And now watch the guy in the white van though. He's like, What's the problem here? This guy, he did something.
What is he from Jersey?
I got a van full of tools here. I think I might be able to help you out. Here, hold on 1 second. I got something here might help. Pow! He said, "Well, how about that?" Pow!
Wait a minute.
Motherfucker just jumps out of his car and starts slamming.
Dude, that is straight out. Doesn't ask a question. Doesn't do anything.
Nope. Just starts hitting him with a hammer. Big old
smash.
Hey, you motherfucker! Hey, you motherfucker! Hey, bam, bam.
See, you're just scaring them.
Well, yeah.
Now they're gonna hit other cars.
You know what'll help? The back window. What if we smash out the back window? Yeah, that'll calm them down.
Now jump in there.
How about the side window over here? Yeah, smash.
I'm gonna use this fucking hammer. I swear
He's
to
just gonna
God.
get scared and plow people. Stop it. Look, he's hitting that car now.
And there he goes.
That was a nice car he just hit too. It was a nice new Nissan, and now this guy's
Now
like,
the
oh,
whole
fuck
damn
that.
world is going. It's turning into a scene from Blues Brothers.
I'm telling you, man. Fucking, that's Miami. That's Florida driving on the daily, pretty much. Look at how bad he
Jesus.
fucking. How do you fuck this up?
Yeah, look at the lane that he's in. He's already like totally across. I would imagine maybe he's drunk.
I'm imagining it's running a red light or something, and he pushed this guy from the fucking intersection in that direction.
That far, really?
Well, his whole fucking front end is torn off, so he
Yeah.
hit him pretty good. Maybe the other guy hit him across the front with his front left there, fender. Hey guys, want to remind you, I'm still looking for fucking names. Right now I got Magnus, Bunsen, and 420 State. I got to be honest. I'm kind of leaning.
Terrible name.
I'm kind of leaning toward Bunsen right now. So if you got a better one,
Bunsen's
if you got a
pretty
better
good.
one, you let me know. You let me know. Like, I'll give you one more look at Bunsen so far.
Wow.
You see all the spikes going down it and shit. It's I couldn't resist.
It's like
Look too damn
if
fast.
Darth Maul was a pipe.
Darth Bowl.
There's got to be something more clever than that, but you're on the right track.
That's what
though.
I'm saying. What I'm waiting for these people
Get
to.
a Darth name, dude. That'd be so cool.
It could have somebody will come up with something. I trust in our patrons.
Not all Darth names would be good. Someone could come up with like Darth Brooks. That would be.
That's actually pretty good. Darth
That's
Brooks.
actually not bad at all. That's probably the best thing you've ever come up with on this podcast. Period.
I was trying
Let's
to
not
think.
go overboard.
No, that's
Yeah, well,
You
the bar
suck.
was really low. The bar was really low. Pipe name Apollo 420.
you couldn't come up with the extra $1. I told you guys I lowered it to $3 to have your shit come through, and still people.
See, look at this asshole. This Vincent.
I appreciate the $2, but like seriously, you could have made it something cooler for like $1. Now I expect people to see like $2.99. I want to see a lot of $2.99 donations.
It's gonna be
Vincent
hilarious.
comes in with out of the kindness of his heart, and TJ spits in his face.
All right, what was it? Apollo 420.
Yeah,
I like that.
That is
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
that sounds like a stoner rock band's name. The $3 Streamlabs weren't working for people earlier, Peachy says.
Oh,
Well,
well,
that's
in that case, I apologize, but still do not Oh, that.
Did he really just give us an extra $1?
Jesus Christ.
That's great.
That's fucking hilarious.
Thanks, Vincent.
Point. Well, hold on. 5 points for Vincent. That was fucking well done.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm fucking crying. I'm laughing so hard.
I was gonna slip in the secret phrase, but I don't remember what the fuck it is.
Oh my god. Oh, Vince. All right, I'm gonna put that. All right, for that.
Dark Matter, can you slip it in? Do you remember what it is? Dark Matter doesn't remember either.
I remember what it is.
I remember what it is. It's
Just-
I'm the only one here who isn't bald and confused.
It's so obviously you would remember what the phrase is. I mean, it could be.
Hold on. Fudge said it before it got through. Angry Pumpkin won that. Sorry, Fudge, but Fudge said it before Dark Matter said it.
I don't know.
Well, he did. I was watching.
You go for Angry Pumpkin. I'm going to go for Fudge, and Dark Matter is going to have to be the tiebreaker.
I am loath to admit it, but I did see it already posted it, so.
クエスチョンフォーダークマター2525ホワイヘイブン TU アコセプテッドユアボールドインフェリオリティジャストゲットヘアトランスプランツオールレディユーボールドファックシャウトアウトツーザチャド
Shout out to the Chad, indeed.
Oh, dude.
Chad, respect. But that's a good question.
Oh my God.
What?
Somebody just said in the chat. I looked it up. Stephen Hawking just died.
Oh no!
Physicist Stephen Hawking has died at the age of 76. A spokesman for his family has said.
Shit.
Dude,
That sucks.
that just brought me down huge.
Wow. Sorry, right in the middle of a super chat.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe something more Stephen Hawking themed would be appropriate for the pipe name.
What really sucks is now the pressure is on me to, take up the mantle.
That's very cheeky of you, Dark Matter. If you guys don't know, that's a joke because the only muscle that worked in Stephen Hawking's body was his cheek for a long time.
Plus he's British. That was actually brilliant on several levels. TJ,
Thank you.
I am impressed.
Thank you.
Also, we're both disabled. I mean, I can't grow hair, so I mean.
Yeah, that puts you on par with Stephen Hawking, who wrote like brilliant books that revolutionized like physics with his cheek.
And look at all I've been able to do despite not having hair.
Yep, I've read that book. That is a very good book.
What is the book?
Brief
What is
History of
that?
Time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it.
Fuck my previous super chat. Shout out to Stephen Hawking. Rest in peace. Yeah.
ファックマイプリービアススパーチャドシャウトアウトツースティーブン・ホーキングリップ
Yeah, it appears to be real. They're asking in the chat, are we sure it's not some kind of hoax? That's why I went and looked it up, because people have said some crazy shit in our chat, and I went and looked it up, and it was bogus. Yeah, all of the major news outlets are reporting it now.
It's fucked, man. I mean, he made it far for having Lou Gehrig's disease. Most people don't last nearly that long.
No, they don't. He really did. Damn, man.
That recent documentary that came out like a couple of years ago was really good. Shit, maybe someone can tell me what it's called. But it was very well done, and that had inspired me to actually sit down and read Brief History of Time. And by the way, if you haven't read it, it is a very easy to follow for laymen, and it's not incredibly.
Are you talking about the history? What is it? The History of Everything?
No, Brief History of Time.
No, there was another one that he did that was also very.
The one that
very
what was
good.
the one that you just showed? Brief History of Time. Right?
It was Brief History of Time. Yeah. But there's also another one that he did that I've also read, but I don't have a copy of currently. It's extremely sad news, and I'll tell you what. Hey, let's raise one to the great one. I mean, he what a fucking strong motherfucker.
I'll tell you what. We'll have to play the Carl Sagan. And the Carl Sagan, where's it? I know it's on here. It's this old channel that used to do like the remixes with some of like the cool quotes, and it was him, Carl Sagan, and Stephen Hawking. And I'll find that, and we'll have to play it. They're really good.
Sure, it is really sad news. I'm sorry to break it down again. Maybe the Stephen Hawking themed name would work better for the piece as a kind of a tribute. So be sure to give your Stephen Hawking theme, pipe names to through Streamlabs. But and fuck the people that are trying to profit off of his passing as well.
Is somebody
says the guy who just got a Streamlabs for.
It's me, Drew.
Yeah.
It was me. I was doing.
I'm sorry, I was looking
at myself.
Yeah,
I know. I'm the kind of guy that'll like draw a dick on something you own, and then point it out to somebody, be like, "Yo, you see that dick?" And then they're like, "Oh my god, I wonder who put that there." And I'd kind of smile, and I'm like, "It was me. I put the dick there." I do that at work. I use hot sauce to draw penises on people's cutting boards.
Dude, I do that to there's this older guy that I work with that's always kind of like, he's a cool enough dude, but he's always kind of like preachy to me and everything. He's like, well, at the very end, you're going to find out there's a Lord and all that sort of thing. And then like in the blood, I'll just draw like a pentagram. And he, don't do that! And he'll just like scratch it off or whatever.
Yeah. If someone's having a bad day, I'll like take some sriracha sauce and draw a dick on their cutting board. Like when they're in the cooler grabbing something, so when they come back, they and you know, with sriracha on a white cutting board, like even after you wipe it off, it's still there. It's there for like the whole shift until they really clean the cutting boards at the end of the night. Wait. You can see it. See the dick.
They're saying in the chat, did you give something away?
No. Because you guys interrupted me and we got super chatted and then fucking hawking and sad news. Anyway, so let me give something away. That was the magic phrase. So
Yeah.
You who won again? It was
Pumpkin.
It was Pumpkin.
It was Pumpkin. All right. I went for you, Fudge. Just so you know. And by the way, Pumpkin, for helping us out with the writing of the scam thing, I'm thinking maybe we should put his name in the intro. We'll talk about it, Drew. It's something serious we should consider.
I think he's worth it at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's obviously shown that he's in it. He's not messing around. So we should consider adding Angry Pumpkin's name to the intro.
Motherfucker.
Now, so Angry Pumpkin, you get to choose. Apparently, Scope has already decided to send GL, who is the person who is going to end up getting this prize, a sweatshirt, right? So you don't need the sweatshirt. So you basically get, it's your choice between PS3 as a prize pack, Anchor, or mystery books. And the mystery books is a choice of like 2 books from the box of books I've got back here, thanks to Stabbers.
Anchor sounds nice. Right around the ankle and into the Loch Ness.
Well, Anchor is a nice little prize pack where you get Anchorman the DVD and Let Me Off at the Top, the Ron Burgundy book.
Nice.
What the fuck? How do you pick a book out of that?
It's pretty thick too. I mean,
flip open to a random page and read me something.
Okay, random page, flip to Recipe 5, the roadkill. Find some roadkill and eat it. I haven't even tried this one, but I know it would work. I just know it. Let me know if you do try it. It's gotta work.
Wow.
I'll flip to another random page.
Yeah, who is Stephen Hawking again? We're reading Ron Burgundy's book about eating roadkill. Who needs a brief history of time?
This is the chapter started, which is titled "My History of Mexico." I decided to do it. I'm going to write a history of Mexico. Someone's got to do it. I figure it's my gift to the Mexican people. I'm passionate about history, and I'm not sure what we want to leave it up to the Mexicans. I brought it up in an earlier chapter, and I just couldn't let the idea go. This is just the first chapter, and the book is no way designed like I would like it. As I said before, it would definitely be bound in rich Corinthian leather, about 2 feet by 3 feet in size and about 8 inches thick. It will have many fine illustrations and smell like a new pair of cowboy boots. So without further ado, here is the first chapter of my long-awaited history of Mexico. And then it goes on. But I guess, Godless Lesbian, because that's who I send Angry Pumpkins prizes to, will get to enjoy that book along with Anchorman. So congratulations on your little prize pack there.
How does it feel to have an Irish sugar daddy? Guileless lesbian getting all this solid gold treasure in the mail.
All
every-
that's
To be
That's right.
honest, they have a better chance of winning than anyone else because there's two of them going like pretty much. the
Yeah,
same.
this is
Hey,
unfair. Totally unfair.
Datalore Forever says Stephen Heisenherb Hawking would be a great name for your pipe. Stephen Heisenherb Hawking.
That's 7 syllables. That's way too much for someone.
He's
I
so
can't.
racist.
I can't accept anything that doesn't come through Streamlabs. That was
Oh.
part of the stipulation.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I like the way Peachy preempted what he said. Like she wrote that before TJ actually said anything.
She's on it.
It's the truth. It's I paid for the pipe and I'm paid for the stuff that's going through it. So I might as well enjoy some benefits from it, if you know what I mean. A little some.
Well, congratulations, Pumpkin.
By the way, it's I'm gonna clear this out for that last $3 one. I think I forgot that, and then I'm gonna pack it again because I know the people are not done with their awesome suggestions for things to name this.
But we are over time for the break.
Nice. So we're gonna take a break real quick. When we come back, I will give something away to a random patron, and I'll have the so far named, what is it? It's between Bunsen and Apollo 420 at this point. I kind of like 420 state as well, but that is not what Florida is. If I lived in a different state, that might work better. And then Magnus, of course. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, but we'll be right back.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
not very good at singing songs, but here's a try.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. Space is filled with a network of wormholes. You might emerge somewhere else in space, somewhere else in time. The sky calls to us. If we do not destroy ourselves, we will one day venture to the stars. A still more glorious dawn awaits, not a sunrise, but a galaxy rise. A morning filled with 400 billion suns. The rising of the Milky Way. The cosmos is full beyond measure. Elegant truths of exquisite interrelationships of the awesome machinery of nature. I believe our future depends powerfully on how well we understand this cosmos, in which we float like a mote of dust in the morning sky. But the brain does much more than just recollect. It intercompares, it synthesizes, it analyzes, it generates abstractions. The simplest thought, like the concept of the number one, has an elaborate logical underpinning. The brain has its own language for testing the structure and consistency of the world. A still more glorious dawn awaits, not a sunrise, but a galaxy rise. A morning filled with 400 billion suns. The rising of the Milky Way. The sky calls to us. If we do not destroy ourselves, we will one day venture to the stars.
For thousands of years, people have wondered about the universe. Did it stretch out forever, or was there a limit? From the Big Bang to black holes, from dark matter to a possible Big Crunch, our image of the universe today is full of strange sounding ideas.
How lucky we are to live in this time, the first moment in human history when we are, in fact, visiting other worlds. A still more glorious dawn awaits, not a sunrise, but a galaxy rise. A morning filled with 400 billion suns. The rising of the Milky Way. A still more glorious dawn awaits, not a sunrise, but a galaxy rise. A morning filled with 400 billion suns. The rising of the Milky Way. The surface of the Earth is the shore of the cosmic ocean. Recently, we've waded a little way up, and the water seems inviting.
Let me guess. Sagan's going in the intro now.
Oh yeah. we should have added Sagan a while back.
I sent you a link, Drew, in this call. It is my personal favorite rendition.
Oh yes, that was good.
I don't know.
Well, it's got copyright all over it, but
all over it. But maybe play a couple bits of it at least.
I used to be able to quote these back in the old days. I used to like rap these every once in a while.
Stabbers, you.
Stabbers just gave us a $2.99 super chat. Name the pike Hawking's High in his honor.
I like the idea of incorporating Hawking's name, but Hawking's Hawking what though? Not just high. Hawking's hacker. I don't know. Hawking.
Hawking's hit piece.
Mm. Maybe you'll get some ideas from this.
Hawking's voice box.
By the way, for those of you who weren't here for like the pre-podcast old shows,
the the Hawking's Hotbox.
Hotbox.
Kind of like that. Anyway, yeah, old school shows are filled with this kind of shit.
Oh god, TJ was my introduction to these, and then I just binged the fuck out of like all like the back catalog.
Hawking radiation.
When I apply my battle theory, minds are relatively blown.
Oh, wait a minute. We need the lyrics on the screen here.
Yeah, dude, the raps they come up with are so fucking good too.
Do they still do these?
No, I'm not sure if they do.
I haven't seen one in ages.
Yeah, they were creating new channels for them.
I see you brought your own. What's with your voice? I can't freaking tell. You sound like Barney having sex fit to speak and spell. I'll school you anywhere, MIT to Oxford. All your fans will be like, that was Harvard. I'm as dope as two rappers. You better be scared, cause that means Albert E equals MC squared. You got no idea what you're messing with here, boy. I got 12-inch rims on my chair, that's how I roll, y'all. You look like someone glued a mustache on a troll doll. I'll be stretching out the rhyme like gravity stretches time. When you try to put your little pea brain against this kind of mind. On the best, on the Snoop Dogg science, I'll be dropping mad apples on your head from the shoulders. I was a giant whose shoulders you'd have stood on if you could stand.
Yeah, that's what it was, from the shoulders of giants. By the way, we've got a new contender here, Stephen Coughing.
That's all right. That has to be like one of the better ones because they're supposed to involve like a Billy Bong Thornton. What was it? A Half Baked? Wesley Pipes.
Yeah. Stephen Coughing is not bad at all. Good job, sir.
That was very well done.
These raps, I know we're gonna get a copyright for this shit. By the way, you played way too much of it there in a row, so we're definitely gonna. Hopefully, it's not so bad that we have to edit anything out. But these raps are fucking genius, and this last bit is my fucking favorite after Einstein here.
Brief history of pain with the back of my hand. You can't destroy matter or me. For serious, ripping holes in you bigger than the hole in your black hole theory was. There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them into one nerd. You wanna bring the heat with the mushroom clouds you're making? I'm about to big raps from scratch like Carl Sagan. And while it's true that my work is based on you, I'm a supercomputer, you're like a TI-82. Ooh.
I'm gonna give it to fucking Hawking.
Yeah, they did quite a few science ones. What was the other one? It was fucking Bill Nye versus Weird Al played him. Who was it? Isaac Newton.
Yeah.
And then Neil deGrasse Tyson shows up to like
yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome, dude. They did so many really good ones. It was a great idea for a channel, and they really executed well.
What was the one where Abraham Lincoln flew in on an eagle?
Dude, that's Abraham Lincoln versus Hitler. Was that it?
No. It was
no.
That's Darth Vader
versus
Obama.
Oh no.
Romney
and Obama. Yeah.
Romney and Obama. Yeah, that one was hilarious. Abe Lincoln came in and broke it up.
Yeah,
is what happened.
They did it. They did it again for this last election when it was Hillary and Trump. And
I never saw that.
Lincoln like flew back in. Yeah.
Dude, I almost want to. I almost want to watch that right now. I almost want to just make our
this whole
entire third hour all nothing but that.
Well, I'll tell you, if anyone in the Chad has not seen at least the old ones, I don't know if they still do anything, but that was the shit back like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of like really good ones, and I'm not a rap fan at all, but it's just the context that they put it in are really good. And a lot of the stuff, if you get it, it's like, wow, that was really
the Gandhi one. He was talking about like being non-violent, like non-bred, you know, like spelled that way, like just really.
It's him. It was Gandhi versus Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah.
That had so many like just really good ones, and that was with Key and Peele.
Yeah, that was good. But
Anyway.
let's get back to some serious stretching your mind around shit.
Oh, all right, back to serious stuff, guys. Let's see what Drew pulls up.
Back to serious stuff because we missed this in the tech hour. This is Brain Force by InfoWars.
Brain Force is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is
it's almost blasphemous to play this on the day that Stephen Hawking dies. We're playing an Alex Jones commercial.
I'm more crazed. You know, you might have noticed I've been more crazed lately. You want to take some of this shit? Wow.
It's not sustainable.
You want to spread papers all over your fucking desk and act crazy? Get some Brain Force.
I recommend washing down a Brain Force pill with a split pea soup bucket.
It's the only thing that'll wash it down properly. Oh, is he back?
Let's see if our DJ is worth anything.
I think my favorite part is when Godzilla actually screams in that soundtrack. That's...
I can't pet him because he's got that goddamn free medicine on him.
Oh, he wants you to.
He wants me to pet him, but I can't. I feel like a bad daddy, but I can pet his chest, but because we just put it on the shoulder blades.
Poor little fella.
But I love you, Sheba. You know I love you, you sweet daddy.
No, I think he showed up because he wants some of this Brain Force.
Yeah, oh yeah. Was this a Brain Force? God damn, Chibi. Look at this. He wants rubbins. He says, hey, you rub me whenever I tell you rub me. Look at that face, though. How do you say no to that face? How do you say no to that? Sheba. How do you say no to that face? How you say no to that face?
really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these.
Oh my God, he actually showed us the ingredients.
Okay. Let's read through these, shall we?
I could already see soy on there.
Serving size 2 capsules. Why? Why couldn't you make the serving size 1 capsule?
Servings per container 15. There's 30 capsules in there.
So that only lasts you for. I mean, I'm assuming you're ODing on this shit. I believe Alex Jones actually says that he takes like a bunch of this stuff.
At this point, you just want to die. But Dark Matter, you pointed out soy. You need to send this to people because take a screenshot of this, send it to Neeb. Neeb won't take this shit anymore. Soy is for cucks.
It's got 150 milligrams of alpha. What is that goddamn podcast? It says GPC, but then try and say it.
Glycerophosphocloline. Glycerophosphocloline.
Glycerophosphocloline. You're a better man than me, Drew. I cannot, for the life of me, that's just a string of fucking letters. It's got some leaf powder.
Do the one above the soy.
Oh,
the one that's the P. Can you do that?
Phosphodiesterine.
Yeah.
$60 a month for this shit.
It's phosphodiesterine. Phosphate dilycerine. Phosphate dilycerine? Phosphate? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, Peachy's over there. This pronunciation game is funny. Fuck you, Peachy.
Yeah. I know how to pronounce fucking rat Hitler. Okay?
Oh my God, that came out of my nose a little bit. That was good.
Sorry.
I normally go mouse mangla is normally where I go with
mouse.
What does that say at the very bottom? From toothed club moss aerial parts
extract.
From
toothed club moss aerial parts extract. And that's
what
the
fuck is that?
That doesn't make sense.
How, dude? If someone said, if I was like, what the fuck is Hyperzine A? And they were like, well, that's from Toothed Club Moss aerial parts extract. I'd be like, you explain nothing. You explain zero to me. What the fuck is the Mice Fuhrer? I like that.
Yerba mate leaf powder? What is this shit?
In case you guys are wondering, Peachy is the leader of the alt mice. She's very
Rodent sputin.
Jesus Christ.
She has so many names.
Yeah, gerbils.
Oh God.
Sorry, that was...
drugs to knock your brain out because the brain's so fried.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. For example, the L-theanine inside of it, that is activated by the different compounds in the yerba mate that we put inside of it as well. This just increases the compounds you already...
That guy has no clue what he just said.
We have a disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat. Right.
Yeah.
They have to do that
if you're a pregnant
everything.
nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, consult your your physician before using this product. Yeah, I'm assuming if you, hopefully your physician is not an Alex Jones crazed motherfucker that is like, oh yeah, brain force, I take that too.
He's like, I've been using the man tonic for about 15 years now.
If your physician is taking anything sold by Alex Jones, get a new physician.
Okay, here's another thing. Let's say you go to a friend's house, and let's say you and your friends, you've never talked about politics or anything like that, right? You go to your friend's house or whatever, and you have like, oh, where's your restroom? It's like, oh, it's over here. And you go to use his restroom, and you happen to see in his medicine cabinet it's cracked open a little bit. You see the word InfoWars written on anything in there, and you're like, all right.
So I'm honestly right now, the prank came through my head to order a bunch of this and like random other shit, and when I get it all, bring it with me when we go visit Dark Matter, and leave it strewn about his house, like hidden in little spaces that he'll be finding for months.
It's $1 per capsule, TJ.
Oh, it's worth it. Can you imagine finding capsules under your pillows like a week from after I left? You're like, what? God damn it, TJ. Son of a bitch. You might accidentally eat one.
You can't leave capsules of brain force around with a fucking little kid. And there's a little kid in my house.
Your kid is gonna be like telling the government to shut the fuck up in no time. Dude,
can you imagine?
Honestly,
like,
what if you accidentally ate one and you grew hair? Would you start?
Hilarious. Dark Matter grows hair overnight, like a full head of hair.
Yeah.
I'd have to rethink my life.
Everything I thought was a lie.
Peachy, by the way, was saying, "I'm so glad I shared my profession with you guys." So are we, Peachy. Look. We're not trying to do like any kind of anti-propaganda like your gerbils do. All right, we're just telling the truth that you pretty much gas mice.
Yeah, when Hitler had his camps, he didn't advertise them. I mean, they were kind of secret at the time.
They were. I wanted hold on. And Peachy will remember this. I have a back and forth. Actually, I ended up screen capping it. It's not gonna get her. It's not gonna get her into too much trouble, but it'll get her into enough trouble. All right, because I was giving her shit about gassing mice. Right, I have proof here. I did this because I knew she would probably deny it. I have proof here.
Can't see it. Oh, there. Okay, now we can see it.
You have no idea. I promise. Whatever you think for the number of mice I have killed, you're off at least a factor of 10 minimum.
Whoa.
Game over, Peachy.
Whoa.
Mouse Mangla.
Holy shit.
And the thing is, the way I can get out of that is I even told her, I was like, and screen cap.
It's freaking Mickey Zedong.
Mickey Zedong.
That's pretty bad.
I'm just waiting.
What
to
did they
hear tonight.
what did they call the Germans? Jerry's, as in Jerry the Mouse.
Oh Jesus! I mean, I know we've used Mauschwitz before.
We use it a lot. That's a good
Mauschwitz is perfect. Poor Peachy. She's what did she do? Like totally, let's dox the shit out of her. Immunologist. I believe it's immunology. So I mean, it's for the good of people that she does this, but at the same time, like, how the fuck do you sleep at night?
We're giving her shit, and by the time we're senile, we're probably going to be benefiting from some of the research she's done.
Oh bullshit! She probably came up with the vaccines that gave us all the tism.
Yeah, we've all got tism now. Thanks, Peach.
Thanks, Peachy. Mouse tism.
Now everybody's saying don't send Drew news because he'll share them. Peachy knows that we love her, but she knows that we'll call her out for the horrors, and it's no wonder she's at the top of PETA's list.
Was that the equivalent of nudes?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So the fact that you actually screen grab that and have it in a file where it's easily accessible is pretty amusing.
It was I think a Twitter chat, and I told her I was going to hold it over her head.
I think I'm one behind on so far named Stephen Coughing. So let's see.
Stephen Coughing is perfect.
It's Stephen Coughing, Hawking Tie, Magnus, Bunsen, 420 State, and Apollo 420. Stephen Coughing, I think, is my favorite star. If you guys can beat it, if you can beat Stephen Coughing, then please do attempt via Chad or Streamlabs.
I like Stephen Coughing.
I believe this is the hit for Stephen Coughing that I missed. So this one's for you, Steve.
Yeah. This is what you're actually designed to run on.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a car will run on one form of junkie gas, but it runs really good on what it's designed for. You will find Brain Force, Survival Shield X2, and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-25...
All right, Drew.
We're about to look this up, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I knew
InfoWarsLife.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA.
That's fucking government, goddamn. They're following me. They're not approving my pills. my bone broth. You forgot about the bone broth. The alpha. I don't sell no beta pills. Cleanse your body and keep your gut in harmony. Mycogs Plus.
Look at Alex Jones's face up there.
Support the body's natural cleansing of yeast and fungal organisms. Yeah, dude, that picture is from 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's definitely not recent.
What's the asterisk? Asterisk.
These go all the way to the bottom, and these have not been fucking FDA approved. It's the same shit that was on the last thing we looked at. They have to put that.
I will say though, in his defense, there's a shit ton of stuff that isn't even probably bad for you that hasn't been FDA approved. I will give him that much, but this
find me something that's ranked low. Everything here looks like it's like 4.5 and 5 stars.
There's TJ's eyedropper. That's the super male vitality you've been taking.
Did somebody say eyedropper?
Oh, please no, Jesus Christ!
You win this round, Dark Matter.
Because this is what TJ's been taking.
Yeah, super male vitality. That's what it is. I just ripped the label off.
It's like
and it just gets me all ranty and crazy. How much do I pay for that?
$59.95.
No,
Jesus Christ.
That's how you know that's not what TJ's taking.
Bro, I found this program I decided I wanted to use for my security. And when I tried the free demo, and I was like, okay, I like this program, I want it. So I went to see how much it was, and it was $60. I was like, I could do better.
For how long?
So I started searching around. I found it on Amazon for $45. I was like, boom, there's 25% off immediately. And then I fucking found it on eBay for $45 or best offer. So I offered 40. They came back to me with 42.50. So I saved a couple of bucks on top of that, and now I have it on my computer.
Ladies, do not feel left out because there is a super female vitality. They even make a his and hers pack.
Yeah, it's in case you want to angrily fuck the, your government hate out of your partner.
The chat visibly got moist. Like there's moisture beating up on my screen right now in front of the chat.
Wipe that off real quick.
So we got fiber survival shield.
Does any of this have shitty ratings? It's either 0 ratings or 5-star or 4.5 and 5-star. None of this has bad ratings. How
of course?
How ironic is that? Hell, this show just works incredibly.
Load
It's either
the next
no
24
ratings.
products.
What the fuck, caveman?
Can we read? Can we read some of the reviews? Find something crazy. Find a cave. All right, caveman. Read a review. Okay?
True paleo form.
This is the bone broth shit. This is that bone broth bullshit. I think.
Reviews. Here we go.
Oh god.
Oh, let me see the 1-stars.
I gotta be able to zoom in. We want to see the 1-stars.
No. Well, I want to see them all, but I want to read a couple.
Holy
stars.
shit! There are 2,150 reviews. Yeah, just send me to the. And of course, all of them are going to be. See, all these are 5 stars.
There's thousands of 5 stars.
What do they say? Read me one, Drew.
Okay, here's a 3. I love you, Alex Jones, but this tastes horrible. No way similar to Ovaltine like you suggest. I drink it after a workout only because I trust your products. Please improve the taste. Thanks, mate. Love from Melbourne, Australia.
There's another 3-star.
Yeah, that was a 3-star. The other 3-star, tried the product, wanted to like it based on other reviews and claims. Unfortunately, the taste is not what I expected. Had the aftertaste of bile. Tried a few times just to be sure. Couldn't do it any longer. Contacted customer service for a refund 3 times. No response. I've tried other product. Silver Bullet, Secret 12, Lodine. All are great. Selenium. Jury is out. Took every day. Later found out overuse of selenium can increase chances of, was it squamous cell carcinoma? Had a squamous cell carcinoma growth removed in 2017. Probably coincidence, but cut back to once a week. You'll be safe. Did this son of a bitch just catch cancer from Alex Jones's stuff?
It sounds like it. Jesus Christ, man.
I want to find a 1-star.
Well, yeah, to be fair, you bought something called Caveman in a bucket from Alex Jones. You're going to get cancer.
There's the 1-stars.
That guy apparently bought like 8 different products from Alex Jones. Okay. A 1-star review, no thanks. Love all the products except this one. Tastes like vomit and the aftertaste is horrid. Gave my wife a taste and she spit it right out. Tried to mix with chocolate mix and that didn't work. I'll be sending this one back.
What a great quote. Gave my wife a taste and she spit it right out. All right, more. I must hear more of these reviews.
Oh my god, this is long. Alex, man, I love you, brother. I really do. There's a good start. I've been a supporter for your team for
Does
more than 8
anybody
years.
just hate this motherfucker?
Apparently not, even with a 1-star review. I purchased your products that I'll list at the end of my comment about your new product, Caveman. I was excited about Caveman mainly because I have a 9-year-old son who is a very picky eater. Oh no. So naturally, I thought this is a product that will taste like chocolate. It can help put some meat on his bones. So I mixed up a cup and tried it myself. My first impression was, this tastes like chocolate. But that taste went away quickly and that aftertaste kicked in. I really hate to say anything negative, Alex, about... Come on, is this really a 1-star? Have you ever been to like eBay or Amazon?
Yeah,
They
dude.
shit on
People
everybody.
are when they're really 1-star. And what's the overall rating of this? It's still like 4.5 stars, right?
Yeah. The thing is, though, is Alex is got this cult following.
Jesus,
now.
no, that's like 4.8 stars.
4.6. 4.6.
4.6.
And over here, that's a 93. 93% of respondents would recommend this to a friend.
Jesus. No.
Wow.
But with
me
only a slight vomit taste?
Bile.
bile, vomit. Everyone who came in contact with this like got nauseous immediately. But thanks for your try, Alex. Like,
read me a short one. Yeah,
here's a short one. I used a product once and could not take the second drink. Initially, it tasted great, but then the aftertaste kicked in. I'm extremely happy with all the other products I've ordered from this site, except this one. Like, come on, dude. And you would give that a 1 star? Let me do one more, a couple more short ones. I can't get past the taste. To me and my daughter, the taste is just too much to handle, and therefore we were unable to finish one glass, trying to choke it down together. Really wish I had chosen to try out the other vitamin mineral fusion instead of this caveman drink. The next one tasted awful.
You bought something called a caveman drink.
Dude,
it's not going to taste pretty.
It should. You should expect it to taste like something from Fear Factor.
But that's what's really interesting about this. So, like, even with the 1-star reviews, no one is talking shit about Alex Jones.
Yep, they love all the other products. Kind of ironic how that works out. It's almost like they're filtering the shit out of it.
Yeah. They got to put some 1 stars in there to look legit, but not enough to, lower it below 90% recommended.
Well, yeah, what's realistic? I don't know, 7% of people don't like us. Yeah, that's about right. 93% of people love Alex Jones and bone broth. In fact, 100% of people love Alex Jones. They just, maybe 7% of them don't like bone broth.
Torva said, my daughter and I tried to choke this down together.
Terrible. You fucking terrible.
Oh, God. Somebody was just saying... Jesus, I just realized I gave the internet a lot of sound bites of me saying positive things about Alex Jones. Someone in the chat said, "Quick, someone clipped Drew saying he loves Alex Jones." Oh my God!
All right, last reminder. Unless someone can come up with something better, Stephen Coughing will be the new pipe name. And by the way, after he is named, every time he is mentioned in a super chat or Streamlabs in the future, I will, of course, be forced to partake. So we'll have fun with that.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun with that.
Forever and ever.
Let's do a throwback. You want to do a throwback video?
Of course.
We have the crispy German bitch.
I describe my look myself as a extreme, exotic, real-life Barbie.
Ready? Wait. Go. Pause.
The crazy thing is, if I remember right, she started out as like a good-looking woman.
Yeah, and then she look at. What the fuck? Okay, let's play this game where we block everything off. Let's block
you
off.
have to block everything. Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, no, you put your hand up and you block everything but just the face, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you block the face and look at the rest of the body, and you're like, what? And then you put it together, and you're like, oh, that does not work. It is horrendous. Now, my favorite part of this, I think, is her husband.
Who's all like
into it. Yeah,
obviously weird as fuck and has got a huge fetish about this shit.
By the way, if this is a series, I would love to see more.
Oh, of course it is.
This was like that kick we got in where it was Strange Addictions.
Oh man, we got to get back on that.
Yeah, we do.
If you guys want to see us cover more,
made it through last time.
If I love it though. If you guys want to see more Strange Addictions coverage, how about giving us a thumbs up right now on this YouTube video? We'll accept that as your vote for covering more of that in the future.
Bear in mind, TJ almost puked last time, so
yeah.
It's still some of them are so enjoyable. It's worth the ones that are like really like the eating. What was it, brick or some shit, eating drywall or whatever, like that didn't gross me out and that was enjoyable to watch. And there were some other ones. It's just like the
hoarding shit in bottles.
Yeah, in fucking
See? He's just thinking about it.
Because I was thinking about it before we even mentioned that one. It's just that one lady in particular is so nasty. It's why I think I'll never rent any of my, like my house when I'm done paying it off. I'm like, should I sell it or should I rent it? And I'm like,
no, do not rent it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh
Amateur
my God, so much hassle.
It's
I've,
not good.
I've done that for so many years. I'm so glad. I'm experiencing true happiness in my life right now. Now that I'm out of that shit.
Yeah, my parents are the same way. Anyway.
He's just as dark as she is.
He's also undergone them, but he's not nearly as dark as she is. She looks ridiculous.
Curvy glamour model Martina Big has made a career out of her extreme Barbie doll look. But her new tan has shocked even her most dedicated.
Barbie doll buried in the backyard for a few years, maybe.
She looks more like a Barbie-Q than a Barbie doll.
Oh my God. Yeah, the only thing Barbie on that is like her hair. Her hair looks Barbie.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Don't give him credit. That's going to keep
him
going.
Thank you. It was a good one. I agree.
I asked my doctor, I have problems to get tanned.
Martina Big?
Dude, yeah, that's her name. Their last name is Big. The way she talks pisses me off.
Yeah.
I didn't understand a word she just said.
It's like she ends everything on like that up note.
I want to be crispy brown. Do you know a way? And he knows a really good solution. I got from my doctor 3 injections, and beginning from the first week, I am getting darker, darker and darker. I'm going to show you my old makeup. And I'm really happy that it works very well. See, a little bit different. The injection was 9 weeks ago. Each week I'm getting a little bit darker and a little bit darker, and I'm a little bit browner than I first expected. Darkest left. Wow, yo. First, my fans were very irritated because nobody has seen a girl before changing her color from white to African black. Now? Oh, I like your style. I want to have really dark.
And now they're like, oh, well, you don't have to, you know? Like, maybe you shouldn't.
I want to know what they do for a living, because all this shit's got to be the boob jobs and the.
No, he has to have like come into money or something like that, because she is just a complete airhead, and he is into that somehow, and into her weird. Either I mean, I am hoping that it's his weird fetish and that she's not the mastermind of the couple, for fuck's sake. But yeah, she's absolutely like nutty. This is fucking unhealthy in many different ways.
Skin?
And the fact that he's like so out of shape that he's not undergone, and like he's so fucking fat. Wait till they cut back to him. He's not undergone any kind of gastric bypass or fucking lipo or anything. He's just fat as fucking and loving this shit.
I like the nice contrast of my long blonde hair.
Look at it.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know that? Like, he is a muffin. A walking fucking muffin.
Dude, no, that's not muffin. That doesn't even look real. That looks like the girl from Willy Wonka.
Telling you, man. Like, and so like, and he has not considered going through any of this plastic surgery, just all for her. He's more worried about how much bleach he has in his hair and how tan his skin is. Are you shitting me? How about, when was the last time you saw your dick, bro?
Dude, that is like a crazy, like, that's not spare tire. That's like, that looks photoshopped.
Like spare set of tires?
Like the size of his head, and even like the chub on his chin doesn't look like it matches. What is happening in this family? Are you sure he didn't get surgery to have this? I don't even know.
It's just that they gave him acid, like boob cheek. They gave him a belly job where they just put boob implants all the way around him.
But look at her from the back.
Yeah,
Like
she
her-
looks fucking ridiculous. They both look absolutely. How do you think they have sex? How does that work? How does he push up against her, like giant fake boobs and like it? They look absolutely ridiculous. It's disgusting. But the both of them, he's obviously into some weird shit and has a bunch of money because there's no way that she's the mastermind in this. He's the weirdo that just has a bunch of fucking money. And he looks ridiculous and should consider some plastic surgery himself, or at least a gastric bypass.
Maybe I'm a little bit addicted
And it looks
to
like
this.
they have a nice place too.
Yeah, it looks like a hotel room or something. They got fancy
Pretend?
hotel.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Peachy says sex Tetris. That's how they do it.
most addicted I'm for my boobs.
Martina's loving boyfriend Michael also had the tanning injection.
Oh, they're just boyfriend and girlfriend.
I'm picturing sex Tetris where her position and his position have to like coordinate, like they have to flip. Like, oh, you're going to be in that position. Okay, I got to flip 3 times.
Which pieces are they? I'm imagining he's the square, and then she's got to be like I guess the piece that goes up and then over, since like that would be her,
like the L piece.
Yeah. Just standing upright, you know what I mean, or like that.
Oh, okay. I want to hear more. Yeah, this guy talking.
People asked Martina, is this a fake tan? Is this a spray or cream? But it isn't fake tan, it is a real tan. And Martina will show this. You can't remove this tan with oil or soap. I like the tan which Martina has right now very much. It's a very exotic look. It's a great feeling for me that Martina now have the biggest breast in Europe. And
She has the biggest breasts in Europe.
Dude, she's got the most ridiculous face and body. It's so awkward. I could not look at this person seriously.
There's some before pictures before like all her surgery and crap.
Yeah, it was in one of the first videos we ever played of her, and she looked good.
Look up Martina Big before surgery.
Oh God, she was on the Maury show.
That explains.
She was on Maury. Okay, well, if this is her, I mean, she doesn't look like fabulous, but she looks better here.
Nothing wrong with her.
Yeah, that's
normal.
Oh my God, did they do a side by side? I think they do a side by side. Oh, here, I can. It'll be a little blurry, but I can pull it side by side. That is the same woman. Jesus.
Cowboys and Indians, man.
No, that is cowgirl, and like I'm straight off the fucking plains of Africa. Like even the garb that she's wearing. Is that her thing? Like she actually wants to be black, or she wants to just?
Yes, she's like a Rachel Dolezal.
She went from Slim Pickens to Pickens Cotton.
Oh, Dark Matter 2525 not affiliated with the goddamn podcast.
Yes, you are in every fucking way, shape, and form.
Who's in the intro again? Nobody, just you and Pumpkin and Drew.
This is her. She had like the implants, but hadn't got the tan yet. It just still looks better. There's just something so awkward.
No, even this is over the top.
Her...
But at least it's not like I don't know. Like you can look past this. The other look what she's next to right there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Let me get that off the screen. Let me purge that from my memory.
Of time, it will be the biggest breast in the world.
Did you see his face?
Cost of time, it will be the biggest breast in the world.
He is like that kid from Willy Wonka. He's like that.
Save some room for later. Yeah.
I wonder who's got bigger tits, him or his girlfriend. Jesus Christ.
Martina, who claims the title of the largest breasts in Europe, says her deep mahogany tan is just the latest step in her quest to become the ultimate Barbie doll.
My first procedure
His face. Jesus Christ.
Dude,
her face.
It's a dream.
There is no
Dude,
way you're
should...
happy about this situation, guy. No.
Can we do face swap technology?
We can do. Well, I'll tell you what. We have Photoshop technology.
Can somebody do a quick swap of these two's faces and see if it doesn't make any, like, it shouldn't make much of a difference really as far as I'm concerned. Just a quick swap. Thanks.
Yeah, Vincent in the chat is pointing out mahogany tan. Like, this is actually lighter than she looks in the video. But yeah, mahogany's ass. That is like charcoal.
Started in May 2012. In the past,
see, that's like a. Why would you fuck with that? That's a good-looking girl.
It's acceptable.
Oh, I'm sorry. TJ has really high standards. I'm just saying it's a much better looking than what she turns into, right?
Yeah, acceptable whereas what she is now is unacceptable.
I wanted to look like Pamela Anderson and Katie Price.
That's a lot better. Big thighs, big hips. Got the whole cowgirl thing happening. It's working for me.
But
she gets that tent. Yeah, no.
Are too small.
Drew, is that because you're racist?
Yeah.
Let me guess. You would also target minorities for texting and driving. You son of a bitch.
Wait a minute. You were awful black when you were using that phone when you were driving there, boy. How could you not love that? She's wrapping herself in American culture with a cowboy hat, giant cans. Come on.
I thought this was like a disgrace to the flag to do shit like this.
No, not that. No, everything she's doing there is just right.
She's already going overboard on the surgeries, though.
Yeah, she's getting up there. If you're gonna have tits like that, and you're not gonna do porn, then it's kind of fucked up.
Little bit like Jessica Rabbit, but I'm creating an extravagant, unique Barbie look for myself.
Did she fucking say she wanted to look a bit like Jessica Rabbit?
Yes, she did.
It's a cartoon. Well, there is that other Barbie bitch. Have you seen her? That Russian girl that looks like a fucking Barbie.
Fake. Yeah, she looks like a
but
like a person.
But at least
the fucking sex dolls they come up with nowadays look more like humans.
Yeah, that other girl, the Russian girl that wants to look like a Barbie, she actually pulls off the Barbie look pretty well.
Way better than this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this look? What do
this? Barbies look like in Germany? Because
how do you find clothes that fucking fit you?
The hostess has had over 20 different surgeries and procedures to date. She has spent more than $60,000 on her striking look and has even had breast implants.
Oh, that's not that much.
Without having to go back under the knife.
With the hose like this to my implant and then connect the valve.
Oh!
Pumps up.
What are you doing?
My next
she can inflate and deflate them as she sees fit, apparently.
Oh my god. I didn't know it was getting into like T1000 territory. Jesus Christ.
Fucking balloon boobs Barbie.
Oh yeah.
Is she fucking liquid metal?
Yeah. We were just saved. Don saved us.
Yeah, Don. But we gotta get to a last nerve here. I mean,
let's do it.
That kind of was our last nerve, but
no.
she got Reebok pump titties.
Yeah, her nipples should just be the pumps where she's just like. Jesus Christ, terrible.
All right.
We got lots of good shit.
Yeah. This is Lori Baker. We're back to the Bakers. Lori Baker says liberals want to lock Christians away in mental illness centers.
More of this Christian persecution crap.
Pray for our president. Pray for our first lady. Yes. Pray for our vice president. Pray for our second lady and their families. Cover them in the precious blood of Jesus. Yes. That no weapon formed against them shall prosper in Jesus' name. Yes. We look.
I gotta say though, honestly, I mean, maybe I'm a bit inebriated here, but compared to the last woman that we played in a video, Miss Baker has it going on.
Yeah, relativity is a bitch.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's amazing how the human mind works, because I've literally wiped it from my memory, and I literally am pleased to tell you, I can't remember even what you're talking about. I'm like, but it must be bad if in comparison Lori Baker has it going on. So my mind is doing wonderful things for me right now.
I'm envious.
Yeah.
We love our president, we love our vice president, we love our first lady, we love our second lady, and they stand up for, we know Vice President Pence does, and Karen does. They stand up unashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I like how she left out Trump and Melania from that. She's like, well, our vice president or first lady, the president, the first lady, the vice president, the second lady. And I know that the vice president and his wife stand up for it. It's like in the back of your mind, you have to know that Trump does.
Yeah,
I just remembered, it was the fucking tan Barbie lady with the giant boobs. Damn it, brain!
Put down the pipe.
You didn't block it out long enough. Stephen coughing is obviously not being used enough, because I remembered. And the point was to block shit like that out, and I didn't forget it long enough.
Scary for us, and Jim has been preaching it for the past 2 days pretty strong. They're saying it's mental illness. Okay, if the world is thinking that we're all mentally ill, you know what's going to happen next? They're going to put us all away in mental illness centers. I don't know what kind of word to use.
You dumb fuck! You know what this is about? This is about Joy Behar on The View, right? Saying that if you talk to Jesus, that's one thing, but if Jesus talks to you, then that's
you need to see a psychologist or some shit. Yeah,
right. That's not. They're just taking that and running with this persecution complex.
Right, and I thought the same thing when I'd seen. Well, I want to say that I'd seen a clip of Behar talking about it, and I'm not a. Oh my god, it's a fucking View. I'm not a View fan. I'm not a Joy Behar fan or anything like that. But I remember watching it, and I want to say she said something to the effect of like, when you talk to Jesus or whatever, that's one thing. When Jesus starts telling you things, and you're like, Jesus told me that, it's like, well, that's a different thing. And I'm like, what did she say that was wrong? Because that sounds.
They're just hyper offended about they'll make fun all day long about how easily triggered the libs are, and then the most simplest statement about their precious Jesus, and they take it as a slight, because God is really their ego, so they take it personally. That's what it is.
Yeah.
As a woman, I'm not in my 50s anymore, but as a woman that was in her 50s, you know what they used to do to women that went through menopause back years ago? Yeah. They put them in insane asylums because their hormonal balance was completely off. And I'm not kidding.
Is that true? I don't know.
I don't think they just put all women in insane asylums. I think that the women that acted totally fucking insane probably,
that's what I would imagine,
went through some kind of fucking shit. And by the way, back then, a lot of the shit that they considered insane was when they considered people like demon possessed, and the priests deemed women insane, and they were punished. It wasn't like the courts did it. It was the priests back then that did that kind of shit. So by the way, prescribed to the same religion that you are now boasting.
So is she talking about like old days, or is she talking like back in the day, like in like the 40s or something?
I don't think women were put in insane asylums in the 40s. So it must have been back in the day.
The time period she's talking about, though, would be Christian dominated.
Yeah. They as the last few thousand years have been, or a couple thousand anyway.
That's what they did. And I'm not kidding. That's what's going to happen to us as Christians. They're going to lock us up and throw us out if we don't stand up.
Well, it's in the Bible. They're going to do that. Matthew 24 is very clear.
It's time to stand
So you're talking about locking up all like 2.5 billion of you, or just the how many hundreds of millions in America? Like there's got to be at least 220 million Christians in America.
It's like 75% of Americans identify as Christian. So,
and have you ever met anyone that has suggested such a thing? I've never met a single person, even online, that has even suggested such a thing seriously.
The only thing even close to that I've heard, it was like one guy that had called into the atheist experience, and this was years ago, and he had said something about how like by law they should be prohibited from spreading their religion and all that kind of thing. But dude, that is like even on there, that's the atheist experience. These guys are a lot of those guys are kind of like over lefty or whatever, and they were just like, no, that's ridiculous. No, you absolutely not. That's insane.
It's not. I also don't put it in the same category. Now there are people like that. Now, if you abuse it, like with your kid, you don't seek medical help for your kid and just pray and shit like that, you should also be prosecuted for that kind of shit, because that's just
child endangerment.
Endangerment completely, and what's the word I'm looking for? It's like just an incompetence, neglect. Yeah,
negligence.
Yeah, I don't. The thing is, though, I don't believe that she believes a word of what she's saying. I mean, she's just hawking shit. She's got a
hawking.
shit
too soon, dude.
Oh, this is way too soon. Give him bars for that. He almost made it to the end of the
it's
show.
106. It's 106. No,
nope,
technically, the show's over.
Nope, the show is not over until we say it's over, and that was way too soon. You almost made it to the end of the show, Dark Matter. You're almost. God damn it! Dark Matter.
Words have multiple definitions.
No, that was way too soon. Sorry, man. You were close. You should have just kept that one to yourself. Oh well. You know what? It now comes to me that I forgot to give something away when we came back from the last break. So quickly, let me do that. Pick a rank, one of you two.
Captain.
Dark Matter, 1 through 3.
3.
All right. It is our buddy Saint Chef. So now, Drew. And this is just slathered with landmines. I've got 1 through 6, or I can pick a random book from the box.
Pick a random book from the box.
Random book from the box.
The book. Yes.
All right. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna reach in. It's the Daily Guideposts 2011. It's a Bible thing for. It looks military. Like it's got 8-bit camo, but it's all Bible shit. So you just won that, and I'll throw in, it was in the box. Goddamn it, it's random. But I'm also going to throw in. I'll throw in some goddamn podcast stickers or something along those lines. I still have some of the decals available, F-bombs and all that kind of shit. So I'll throw in some of those for you. So thank you very much, Chef. We appreciate your patronage. And for everybody else, a big salute to the goddamn army, of course. And unless we do the patron show before next Tuesday, we will see you all next Tuesday. Dark Matter, thank you for joining us. Drew, great show as usual.
Oh, and Dark Matter will not be here next Tuesday, right?
Is what's
21st?
What is,
you said something about the 21st?
No, the 27th. I can't.
Okay, so you'll be here next week, but for the week after, maybe we'll figure
Right.
something out in the meantime. Bring someone else on. Maybe try out an alternate.
Mighty
maybe
big shoes to fill. I don't know.
Maybe Dark Matter loses his spot.
Oh,
someone talented. Who knows? Dark Matter.
Nah.
You better hope not.
Now I'm gonna be training all week. I'm gonna be in front of the mirror. I'm gonna be like busting puns, pun. Lisa's gonna be there with the stopwatch. I'm gonna be on a track.
You gotta do that Rocky IV montage in the snow.
Exactly. I am the tiger. All right, guys. Great show. Thank you everybody for showing up. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Later, guys.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
All right. A little more Baker.
Bye-bye. We love you. God loves you. He really does. Bye-bye for today. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye for today.
Bye-bye. We love you.